Yebo. Under oath. Yes.
Thank you, Mayor, and good morning, Aki. Thank you. Ma'am, before we proceed, there's one aspect that I think I must quickly bring on record. As I indicated to you yesterday, that it's about the incident of the killing of the deceased Senzo Meyiwa. There were witnesses in their house. I mean, there were people who were in their house when the incident took place. Mrs. Andile Kumalo was one of them. She was called as a witness, first witness, come testify. According to her testimony, as they were seated in their house between 7 p.m. and 8 p.m., between half past 7, 7:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. Phakathi kuka 7 or 8 entambama. They were accosted by two men who got into the house, and subsequently the deceased got fired. Do you understand? Thank you.
Kunabantu ababekhona ke ngaphakathi endlini nkathi isigameko sisenzeka. Omunye wabo ke uZandile Zileke wethula ubufakazi bakhe la enkantolo othi ke kwakuphakathi ke no 7:30 kanye ke no 8 ntambama noma ke ebusuku behlezi khona lapho uma sengena la kwathi khona ke kwangena abesilisa ababili. Yebo ngiyakuzwa.
Now, may you kindly assist this court that in terms of at that time between 7:30 and 8 o'clock in the evening of the 26th of October 2014, in terms of the cell phone data which you had compiled in respect of the cell phone ending with number 8169, at that time, where does the cell phone data indicate that the phone was?
Ngokuthi ke phakathi kwalezo inkathi lezo ke engisengishilo ke u7:30 kanye ke no 8 ebusuku namantambama ke ngazo i26 zika October 2014. Mase sikhuluma ke ngalo makhala ekhukhwini ogcina ngayo 8169 ukuthi ke angokwamathawa ke noma ngokwemininingwane ukuthi leyo tower leyo cellphone yayike kuphi nendawo ngaleso sikhathi leso.
Just to confirm that we are looking at exhibit G1. Is that correct?
Yes.
And the cell phone number in question ends with 8169?
Yes.
Okay. And you are looking for the time on the 26th of October 2014 between 7 and 8?
7:30.
7:30 and 8 in the evening.
That's correct.
I am on page 11.
Yes.
The entry for the 26th of October 2014, I have at 1923.
Lana ke ngiku page 11 kena ke lo makhala ekhukhwini ogcina ngayo 8169 isikhathi enginaso ke said 1920 u1923 ngazo i26 October 2014.
That cell phone or the tower reflecting there is Goud Street.
Ithawe evelayo ke khona lapho iGoud Street
1934.
bese kuthi isikhathi ngo1934
Moy Street.
istrata esibizwa ngokuthi iMoy
1941 Moy Street.
bese kuthi ngo1941 iMoy Street futhi.
And then at 2008 Goud Street.
Bese kuthi ngo2008 iGoud Street.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, just to mention Moy Street, Hall Street, in which area are they?
I would say
I know it's
around
common code.
Johannesburg.
Excuse me?
Around Johannesburg.
iMoy Street kanye nayo ke iHolt Street ngizothi ke ngoba yabuza kumele ukuthi zikuyiphi indawo uthi ke zikhona ke eGoli.
Would there be no specific indication around Joburg? Where? You know, around Joburg, somebody might say Brett is also around Joburg, Rodiport is around Joburg, and Soweto is around Joburg, and Pretoria is around Joburg.
Okay, if we look at our map, it should reflect the CBD area.
Thank you.
Uma sesibheka ke imap yethi ke izokhombisa ke naphakathi ke nedolobha.
So it is in the CBD of the city of Johannesburg.
Correct.
Thank you. ma'am.
Sedrobheni ke laseGoli noma ke laseJohannesburg.
Thank you, ma'am. No, this one I'm not going to use. Now, thank you. Yesterday, we had just dealt with photo number 12. Yes, we had just dealt with photo number 12 when we adjourned for the lunch break, and when we came back, we had to be busy with the application. And after the application, there was a challenge with headache discomfort. But nonetheless, let us proceed. Let us now go to photo number 17. On page 17 on Exhibit S.
May I have a copy of that exhibit, please?
I'm kindly going to request my colleague for the state to assist us therewith. I don't have an extra copy. Probably that will be beamed as well. I think that will be more convenient. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, I'm referring to that photo. Are you able to see it while standing there?
Yes.
Thank you. Now, according to the state, as per the testimony of Mr. Mabaso, and yes, Mr. Mabaso, this is a photo that was downloaded from the gadget with cell phone numbers ending 8169. That's the cell phone that we're using. Yeah. That's page 17. Yeah. Now, this is a photo that was taken on 26 October 2014. And the time at which this photo was taken is actually reflected there on the photo itself. I think it's common cause between the defense and the state that time it's 28 minutes past 5 o'clock in the evening and 39 seconds. It's written 17:28:39. That number, the court was told that it reflects the time at which the photo was taken. Now, my instructions are that this photo, when this photo was taken, those two people that are appearing there, that is accused number 3 and accused number 5, were at George Koch. Were at George Koch at the time at which this photo was taken. Now when we go to the record of the cell phone data, around that time, 17:28:39, around that time, not exactly the time, but around that time, what does the cell phone data say the phone was at that time?
Manje lana ke uma ubhekile lesithombe lesi ngokubufakazile obethuliwe phambi kwale nkantolo uMabaso. Mabaso nemsebenzisi.
Mabasa, yes.
Yeah. Ukuthi ke laba uma ke lesithombe lesi ke sakhathwa ke kusetshenziswa yena ke lo makhala ekhukhwini lo esibhizi ngaye lana ugcina ngayo 8169 uzosibona ke nesikhathi lapha yana 17:28:39 uma wena ubheka ke lana ke kuma record akho ke ukuthi ngaleso sikhathi hayi ukuthi ngisho ngo17:28 ukuthi nje mayelana naleso sikhathi leso engabe i-cellphone lena noma ke yayikuphi nendawo.
So the closest time I have to 1728 would be 1734, reflecting on the set of data, 1734, 48 seconds on the 26th of October 2014, and the tower reflected there is Ben Rose.
Mina ke isikhathi enginaso lana ke esiseduze noma esondeleke kuyena u1728, u1734 kanye nama seconds awu48. Itower ke evezayo noma ke etshengisayo lana ke iBen Rose.
Thank you, ma'am. Now let's go to photo number 46. I mean page 46. That's page 46. Thank you, that's the photo. Thank you, that's the photo that I want us to refer to. Now, according to my instructions, in fact, before I get there, according to the state's version from Mr. Mabaso, it is not in dispute that this photo was taken on the 26th of October 2014. Thank you. Now, according to the version that I'm getting, is that this photo was taken in the morning prior to accused number 3 and his company leaving for Spruit. That area there, that is at a corner of Main and Nugget Street in Joburg, that is prior to their departure to Spruit. The street is Main and Nugget Street. That was prior to their departure to Spruit, and ultimately ending up at Lesedi.
Engishoyo-ke noma-ke ekungaphikiswa-ke ngako lana-ke noma inkulumo ekuvunyelwanayo ngayo ukuthi-ke isithombe lesi-ke sona-ke yebo impela-ke sathwetshulwa-ke ngazo i-26 ku-October 2014 kwakusekuseni-ke nangitshela kona-ke umangalela ukuthi-ke lokhu kwenzeka-ke ngaphambilini kokuthi bahambe-ke baye eSpruit. Futhi-ke la ekwakukhona-ke la isithombe lesi sathwetshulwa khona-ke kukhona ye-Main kanye ne-Nugget Street edrobheni-ke laseGoli ngaphambilini kokuthi noma sebeyogcina-ke eLesedi.
Thank you, ma'am. I know this is none of you're not privy to this information. Thank you. But because of the evidence, because of your evidence, in terms of the cell phone data, these photos get to be relevant as well. Thank you, ma'am. Now let's go.
Ngiyazi-ke ukuthi lokho engikutshela kona-ke akusiyona-ke ingxenye yobufakazi bakho noma-ke into ehlanganisa wena-ke kodwa ngoba-ke kuhlangane naye-ke umakhalekhukhwini lona ngithi-ke angikuvezele kona.
Thank you. Now let's go to photo number 47, 47 and 48. And 48. That is photo number 47. Let's go to photo number 48. Exactly. Now, again, according to the state's version, which we don't dispute, photo number, these photos were taken on the on the 26th of October 2014, and also on the photo number 48 was also taken on the 26th of October 2014. In other words, both photos were taken on the same day. Now, unfortunately, there is a photo album that is called a working copy from which these photos were taken. The state handed us that working copy. From that working copy, it's indicated that the times at which these photos were taken, it's photo that is depicted on page number 47 was taken at 15:30, 31 seconds. And the photo that is depicted on photo number 48 is taken also at 15:30. That is now the information that we received from the working copy that we got from the state, which information also is not in dispute. Now, at that time, where does the gadget, or which tower picks up the gadget of the that relates to the phone ending with 169? 8169, yes.
So the closest time that I have to 15:30 on the 26th of October 2014 is 15:41:31 seconds. And the tower reflecting there is Phosphorus West.
Thank you.
West.
Okunye-ke futhi lana-ke okushiwo wona-ke umbuso futhi-ke esingaphikisani-ke nako ukuthi le ithombe ezimbili lezi-ke u-47 kanye naye-ke u-48 nazo-ke zathwetshulwa-ke ngalo lela langa lange-26 ka-October 2014. Abakushoyo futhi-ke isikhathi-ke esibhaliwe-ke noma esikhona laphayana ku-47 u-15:30 nama-seconds awu-31 kanye-ke ku-48 u-15:30. Manje wena-ke ngalelo langa lelo-ke umakhalekhukhwini lona-ke ekhulunywa ngayo lana ogcina ngaye ku-8169 ngokwemininingwane onayo lana utholakala kuphi noma yiphi ithawa ecosha-ke loyo makhalekhukhwini ngalelo langa. Thi-ke umephendula-ke isikhathi esisondele ku-15:30 enginaso lana mina u-15:41 nama-seconds awu-31 ithawa i-Phosphorus West.
Thank you, ma'am. According to the instructions that I have, this is the place that is referred to as the Sedi. That is the place that the accused and his company were visiting on that day. So there's no wonder why his phone or the gadget that he was in possession actually got picked up by this phosphorus square tower. Phosphorus West Tower. I'm sorry. I know again that you're not privy to this information.
I've just picked up on you mentioning Lesedi. We do have a Lesedi Tower.
Lana okunye futhi engakusho kwenake ngokusho kwakhe ke umangalelwa ke ukuthi ke yebo akumangazi ke ukuthi ke umakhalekhukhwini lowo ayewuphethe ke ngalelo langa lo esikhuluma ngayo ogcina ngo8169 ecoshwa yena ke iphosphorus west ngoba ke ile ndawo ashoyo ukuthi bagcina kuyona ke ekuyilisedi manje uma ukhuluma ke ngelisedi ke sinayo ke itower eyilisedi.
Although it doesn't reflect on the set of data where phosphorus is indicated, I've just had the look at the map that I've opened earlier. We do have a Lesedi Tower there as well.
Noma ke ingaveli ke noma ingekho ke kulana kuloko engikufundayo ke mina kodwa ngicela uvula ke imap lena ke bengengayivula ngaphambilini sinayo ke ilisedi khona lapho.
Where is Lesedi, man?
If we refer back to, I think it's J7.
What I mean is, where is Lesedi? Is it a place that is in Phosphorus? Is it a place that is in Katlehong? Or is it a place that is in somewhere else?
It is in the vicinity of phosphorus.
Ikhona ke nje khona lapho nje kuleyo ndawo ke noma ngamaduze nayo ke iphosphorus.
Thank you. Now, page 91.
Of the same date, triple G1.
Of page,
Are we on the same exhibit?
I think page 91 is just an extension.
91.
It's not a data, we on exhibit S.
S.
Yes, on exhibit S, page 91. I think it's just an extension of the photos that the state gave us as per the working copy. Apparently, it cannot be beamed because it's a... It's not there. Basically, this is what I'm referring to. Thank you. That page 91, it's also a photo that was taken on the 26th of October 2014. Unfortunately, it did not form part of this photo album. It only was used in the working copy, which has not been made available to the court, but it was made available to us. The state does not have a problem with that. Thank you. May I get my exhibit?
Nalesike isithombe ke page 91 naso ke sange 26 October 2014 ngeshwa ke sisithole sona ke kuloko bakubiza ngokuthi i-copy ke abasebenza ngayo noma ke i-working copy akusiyona ke ingxenye noma ke engaphambi kwenkantolo kodwa ke umbuso osinikezile naso ke sangalela langa.
Do you have a copy of that?
I don't have the copy of the exhibit readily available at this stage.
Yeah, just give it an exhibit number and make it available today.
I'm not sure if it was ended up as well, that particular photo.
Mr. Manisi says, I don't have it because it's a working copy.
Actually, my lord, it's annotated on top there as Exhibit S. It's something that was handed to us by the state.
So,
I think it forms part of the
Mr.
broader Exhibit S that you are busy with.
Do you have that exhibit S
I do have Exhibit S, my lord.
with that photo?
Not with that one, because when Exhibit S was compiled, that photo did not form part of the photo album by Sergeant. So it was, I think we incorporated it as part of Exhibit S because it was just an extension of Exhibit S. I think sometime last year in August when Mabasa gave
Was
evidence.
evidence led on that photo by the state?
Evidence was led.
On that photo?
That's correct, my lord.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Mlis.
As it is a court, ma'am. Ma'am, this is just to complete the picture. Exhibit S here on page 91 also indicates, let me just explain to the court what is contained in here. It shows accused number 3 with some of his friends and the place where they are. It's just a continuation of photo number
48.
It's a continuation of photo number 47 and photo number 48, because it also denotes, it indicates the place called Lisedi, which photo was also taken at 3:30. Thank you.
Lesithombe engikhuluma ngaso-ke kuyaqhutsheke kwake kusuka kuyena-ke u-47 no-48 kusele ndawo-ke eyodwa eyilisedi. Naso-ke sathathwa ngalelo langa lange-26 October 2014 isikhathi-ke u-15:30.
Now, accused says, when all this was happening, when all these pictures were taken, his phone was used, number 1. Number 2, his phone was had always been in his possession when this photos were taken. In other words, he would request somebody to take a photo of them using his phone, and then he would take back his phone. Thank you.
Okwenzekayo-ke lana ngumangalelo uma eseqhubeka-ke engichazela-ke ukuthi-ke ngaso sonke-ke isikhathi kwenzeka lokhu kwakusetshenziswa umakhalekhukhwini wakhe ukuthi-ke ebezocela umuntu ukuthi-ke abathobele iy'thombe bese-ke ayambuyisela ucingo lwakhe.
Now, to authenticate this was also confirmed by Stein. Now, in Exhibit 02, paragraph 9, which is on page 42 to page 43.
May I have a copy, please?
We request the state to assist you with me. You know, when the state gives us copies, it just gives me 1, you see. It doesn't give us 2, it gives me 1 because I'm the one that is representing accused, you know. Yeah. With the understanding that if extra copies are to be made available, the state will kindly assist. Thank you. So apparently the state is busy with the state's affidavit, that is exhibit
Advocate Minister can assist the witness by reading the relevant passage.
Oh, okay. No, thank you. If I've got that permission from the state, it's fine. Now, on page 42, on paragraph 9, I don't know how I'm going to read this, but it's written, photo taken by phone 072 766 8169 on 26 October 2014 at 5:31 in the afternoon. Now, there are a bit of sketches here, so I don't know how I'm going to read the sketches. But basically, these are some extraction of the photo that I've referred you to. Thank you.
Masiqhubeka-ke ummeli uthi lokhu nako-ke kuyashiwo-ke noma kuyafakazwa-ke uyena-ke kustain ubufakazi bakhe khomba-ke kuyena exhibit 02 paragraph 9 page-ke 42 no 43 la ashoyo-ke khona-ke ukuthi-ke makuthotyulwa iy'thombe kwasetshenziswa-ke ucingo lolo olu-07276686169 ngazo i-26 October 2014 isikhathi u-17:31.
Now, it also reads, the photos that were taken on a day before the incident, which is the 25th of October 2014, at 47 minutes past 4 in the afternoon, which I have not referred you to. Thank you.
Yaqhubeka-ke uthi-ke nangosuku-ke usuku olungaphambili-ke usuku lesigameko nge-25 October 2014 nalapho zikhona-ke iy'thombe zathotyulwa-ke isikhathi-ke u-16:47 uthi-ke akusona-ke iy'thombe lezo engitshengise zona.
On page 43, he says, there were photos taken by the phone 072-766-8169 on 26 October 2014 at 28 minutes past 5 in the afternoon, and he also includes example of those photos, although they are very blurry, they are in black and white color. But the essence of what I'm saying is the photos that I've referred you to are photos that were taken by the gadget with the number ending 8169. Thank you. That is not in dispute between the defense and the state.
Ngazo i-26 October 2014 17:28 kuney'thombe futhi-ke zathotyulwa-ke engikushoyo-ke kuwena ukuthi-ke into-ke leyo engaphikiswana-ke ngayo phakathi-ke kwami-ke ngiwummeli kanye nawo-ke umbuso ukuthi-ke kwasetshenziswa-ke yona lo makhalekhukhwini lona ogcina ngo-8169.
Now, accused number 3, if needs be, would come and tell this court that on that day in question, actually it is his custom that his phone is always in his possession. He will only hand it over to somebody when photos are taken, but he's the sole possessor of his phone. I know you don't know that. Yeah, you might not have a comment. Thank you.
Akushoyo-ke umangalelwa-ke ukuthi-ke ngalelanga futhi-ke kuyinjwayelo-ke kuyena ukuthi-ke nje ucingo lwakhe luhlezi lukuyena-ke uma kuwukuthi unikeza omunye umuntu kuma-ke kuphela nje emcela ukuthi mhlawumbe akenze kube khona-ke akwenzayo ngamathobule iy'thombe kodwa ifoni yakhe ihlala kuyena ngiyazi ukuthi-ke akukho ongakusho kulokho sengikwazisa nje.
Now, that is also the case on the day of the 26th of October 2014, when he went to sleep, wherein his cell phone data indicates that his last activity on the phone when he was at Rhoqo Street, when he was picked up by Rhoqo Street at 32 minutes past 8 in the evening when he went to sleep, he had always been in his possession. He never gave it to anybody else. He slept. When he woke up the next morning, his phone was next to him. You might not have a comment because you were not there. It's understandable. Thank you, man.
Uyasho-ke nokuthi-ke ngalelo langa lelo-ke la khona-ke ithawa imxosha khona-ke ese-Rhoqo Street isikhathi-ke lana kwakuwu-2022 nkathi-ke ayolala ukuthi-ke ifoni yakhe yayikuyena-ke kwaze kwayilanga elandelayo-ke uma esevuka nalapho ifoni yakhe yayikuyena ngiyazi ukuthi nalapho-ke akukho ongakusho.
Thank you. That is briefly what accused number 3 would come and tell this court if circumstances were to demand that he should do that. Thank you.
Kafushane-ke yilokho-ke uma ngabe kungakhona isidingo ummangalelo wesithathu angeza-ke azokusho azokutshela lenkundla.
As it please the court, my lord, let me just... Thank you. Now, you recall yesterday I said that there was information that we were putting in abeyance. Actually, I said I pause because putting in abeyance could be too far. I'm now reverting back to that information. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, is it true Is it so that you are also requested to assist the state in terms of Section 205 with the download of cell phone data on the following cell phone number? There are so many numbers there, but I'm going to read just the whole number there. Ne? That is 276 270 44358. I'm reading the number that appears on that MSISDN block.
Can you refer me to the exhibit that has that data, please?
I just have loose leaflets here, but I think that number has actually been referred to on a number of occasions here at court, if I'm not mistaken. Just a second. Yes. For instance, it has been referred to in Exhibit 02 as well. But I just want a specific exhibit where you specifically referring to this number. Thank you, ma'am. I've just been assisted here. You know, the reason why we're taking so long because we've got so many exhibits here, but nonetheless, Exhibit J1.
J1.
You've got it.
Which page are we referring to?
I'm referring you to page 8.
Page.
Just a second, page 8 of 4649. Page 8 of 8649.
Page 8.
Yes.
Okay. The RICA information? Is that what you're referring to?
That's the number, yes. That's the number that I want us to be busy with. That is the number that I've just read out to you, which is 27827044358.
Yes, it's the page with the RICA information.
Yes. I want us to deal with that number. Thank you.
Funake sibheke manje le number engikubizele yona ke ibhalwe ke lapha phezulu 278 270444358.
Is it correct, ma'am, that you were requested to do a section, in terms of section 205, that you were requested to do a data analysis on this phone? Basically, it belongs to, it is alleged here at court that it belongs to Kelly Kumalo. I don't know that, but it is linked with Kelly Kumalo, so the state says.
I was requested in terms of the section 205 to provide call-related data on that cell phone number.
Ingaba uxeliwe yini umbuso ukuthi ke awubhekeke noma ke uhloleke lo makhalekhukhwini lona ngoba ke ngokusho kombuso ke ukuthi lo makhalekhukhwini ke wakhe ke uKelly Khumalo angikwazi mina lokho yebo ngiceliwe ke ukuthi ke angibhekeke imininingwane emayelana kuwona ke lo makhalekhukhwini.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I've got an extract here. I'm going to show you, although it's marked, but I'm going to show you because I don't see where it's marked as an exhibit. I've got an extract here, which is your affidavit. I think that is the best way in which I should do it. Just for you to identify if that is your affidavit and the information contained in here and the annexures there too, are you familiar with them? Thank you. Because it's not been numbered, but this information again we got from the state.
Yes, I can confirm that this is my statement.
Yebo ngakusho-ke ukuthi i-statement esami lesi.
May you also look at the annexures there.
Just give me a second.
Where's my statement? Or just take this with you?
Oh, do you want it back?
Yeah, may I kindly get
Sure.
it back? Thank you. Ma'am, if you don't get the annexures, it's fine. We can go exclusively on your affidavit. Thank you. So that is your affidavit that comprises of 3 pages, not so?
It did have 3 pages. I, however, don't have a copy of that.
Let me assist you with a copy because I've made copies of your affidavit as well.
Okay, thank you.
Don't worry, it's similar to the one that you just went through. Thank you, ma'am. As I say, we can exclusively go on with the information that is contained in your affidavit. As I'm saying, I'm not so sure whether this has already been dealt with here at court, but this information that we got from the state, and you are saying that, do you confirm that that is your affidavit, and the information that is contained therein exclusively falls within your own purview and your own knowledge, and you accept it as is?
Yes.
Thank you.
As I see, I just want to make mention that the first 3 pages actually form or is included in triple J1.
In triple J1.
Yes, but I don't have the pages with the call data. I just want to make sure that I have this on triple J1. So if you can just bear with me for a second.
Engifuna-ke ukuthi kule statement uqeda ukunginika sona manje-ke ukuthi-ke ama-page okuqala amathathu-ke akhona lana ku-exhibit triple J1. Engenawo-ke ku-triple J1 engifisa ukuthi-ke ngiwabheke-ke ilana-ke anemininingwane yama-calls.
Yeah, no, you're correct, man. It is actually there in triple J1.
Yes, so I can confirm that the first 3 pages are part of my triple J1, but
Thank you.
I do not have the other 2 pages
Thank you.
as part of this.
Ngaqinisekisa-ke
No
lokho ukuthi impela-ke lama-page okuqala amathathu-ke akhona ku-triple J1 ila amabili-ke okugcina engingawaboni noma engingawatholi la ku-triple J1.
Thank you. So I don't need to go on and authenticate the statement because it's already an exhibit. Now in paragraph 9 on that statement. Actually, let us start it there on paragraph 8. May you kindly read that information into record on paragraph 8.
So paragraph 8 states, these are the service provider's comments.
Yes.
Call data and the profiles have been supplied as requested. Data has not been attached nor added to as an annexure to this manual statement due to the data being voluminous. The case had to be registered into smaller or shorter periods. The data can be obtained from the following case IDs, which is 550713 and 550720, which was supplied with a memo and affidavit.
Lana ke ekuma comments ke aboke labo basebenza ngabo ngawo ke makhalekhukhwini noma ke lokho kubizwa ngokuthi service provider ama comments abo ukuthi ke imininingwane ke yama call kanye ke ne profile bona ke kundlulisiwe nanjengendlela ke ebecelwe ngayo futhi ke imininingwane noma idata ke futhi nayo ke ihlanganisiwe ke futhi ke yengezwa ke kuyona ke nanjenge annexure kuyona ke imanual noma istatement lesike esimanual ngezathu sokuthi ke beku imininingwane iminingi kabi noma ke leyo data leyo ibiningi noma inkulu icala ke noma ke icase lena ke kuye kwafanela ukuthi ke ibhalwe ke noma iregisterwe ke ngeinkathi ezincane noma ezimfishane kodwa ke leyo mininingwane noma leyo data leyo ke iyatholakala ke kulama case IDs alandelayo 550713 kanye ke no 550720 andlulisiwe ke ngememo kanye futhi ke nangencwadi efungelwe noma ke lokubizwa ngokuthi affidavit.
Thank you.
This pertains to 060-804-0436, 082-7044-358, 071-437-9551, case ID 550713. This comprises of 4,649 pages and 079-106 9100 072 938 2498, which is cell ID 550720, and that comprises of 1,189 pages. Data was requested for the period 1 July 2014 until 27th October 2014.
Isikhathi lokhu ke kumayelana ke noma ke kuhambisana ke nalama number alandelayo 060 804 0436 082 704438 071 437 9551 9551 icase ID yakhona ke 550713 ama page akhona ke awu 4649 kanye ke no 079 106 9100 072 938 2498 icase ID 550720 ama page akhona ke 1189 futhi ke idata leyo noma ke imininingwane leyo yacelelwa ke isikhathi suka kuyi-1 July 2014 kuyofika ke i-27 October 2014.
You may proceed, ma'am, to read.
Paragraph 9.
Yes.
The relevant printout is hereto annexed and constitutes a data message in terms of Section 15 of the Act. The information that appears on the said printout reflects electronic representations described as data in the Act. It also represents data generated, sent, received, or stored by electronic means and or stored record as contemplated in the definition of data message in the Act.
Le printout ke noma lokhu ke okhishiwe ke lana ke futhi kwase kuhlanganiswa ke kuchaza noma kusho khona ke ngokomthetho ke wakhe usection 15 womthetho lokhu okubizwa ngokuthi ke i-message noma ke i-data bese kuthi futhi ke ulwazi ke olukhona ke kulawo ma printout noma kuleyo printout leyo luchaza ke lokho okwenzekile ke okuchazwa njenge data noma ke imininingwane kuwona ke umthetho kusho futhi ke noma kuchaza ke imininingwane noma idata ke etholakele ethunyelwe etholiwe noma futhi egciniwe ke kona ke makhalekhukhwini lowo noma futhi egciniwe nanjengoba kuchazwa ke noma kushiwo uma ngaba ngokomthetho kushiwo kuthiwa ke i-data message noma ke imininingwane umlayezo imininingwane.
Additional comments. The activities below were of focal point, which were extracted from the voluminous data of case ID 550713.
Okunye futhi ke okwengeziwe ke ukuthi ke lokhu ochazwayo ke la ngenzansi noma ke lokho kwenzekayo la ngenzansi ikona ke ekugxilwe kona ke noma kubhekwe kuona ke ekwakhishwa ke kuleyo data leyo ekade iningi kuyona ke i-case ID ewu550713.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, what follows is a little table, which I think is that extract that you're just referring to, not so?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bese kuthi ke enzansi kwalokho ke lokho kubizwa ke ukuthi ke ila chazwa khona ke noma i-table nje echaza lokhu oqeda ufundwa la ngaphezulu.
Thank you. Now, very meticulously, may you read this information that is contained in this table into record.
We have the first column, which is referred to as the MSISDN. Thereafter, we have the IMSI, IMEI, call type, start date, call duration, other party, lack and cell ID.
Lana ke esinako ke yilendlela ke echazwa ngayo ke lokho kube i-MSISDN kune number ke khona lapho kune le ebizwa ngokuthi IMSI noma i-IMSI bese kuba ne-IMEI uhlobo ke le-call i-call type i-date ke eqale ngayo ukuthi kwaba isikhathi esingakanani omunye noma lo ongale nokubizwa ngokuthi LAC kanye futhi nayo ke i-cell ID.
Just before we proceed, what does that LAC stands for?
What does?
LAC, what does it stand for?
It's a number that goes with the tower.
U-LAC lona ke uchaza ke inamba ehambelana nayo i-tower.
Okay, thank you. You may proceed.
Under MSISDN, we have 2782704435
Bese kuthi lapha ku MSISDN sine number ke eku 27827044358.
Under IMSI, which is a unique number of the SIM card, that's 6550-1596-061.
Bese kuthi ke IMSI IMSI inamba ke nje ekhethekile noma ke eyodwa ehamba nayo ke iSIM card eku 6550155013966061.
We then have the IMEI, which is the number of the handset. It's 3515-0305-303538.
Bese kuba ke IMEI number inamba ke yalo emakhalekhukhwini lowo u 35150305303538.
The call type is an MTC.
Bese kuthi ke uhlobo ke le-call ke yiloko kubizwa ngokuthi MTC.
So in brief, that gadget, that MSISDN number is the one that received the call.
That is correct, yes.
Thank you.
Uma ke kuyi MTC kusho ukuthi le number lena ke echaziwe ke la egcina ngo 4358 iyona ke eyathola ucingo.
Thank you.
The date and time of this transaction was the 2nd of August 2014 at 22:40 and 47 seconds.
Bese kuthi ke usuku ke noma ke i-date kanye nesikhathi nge-2 zika August ngo-2014 isikhathi ke u-22:40 nama seconds awu-47.
That call duration was 110 seconds.
Lokho kwathatha ke ama-seconds awu-110.
That call came from 2783 457 1330.
Lolo cingo lolo lalubuya ke kule number ewu 27834571330.
The lack in cell ID actually refers or goes hand in hand with the towers to identify the towers. And in this case, the lack is 37 and the cell ID is 27009.
Bese kuthi la bhalwe khona ke uLAC noma uLAC kanye ke no cell ID kona ke lokho kusho nje noma chaza ke itower ukuthi yipi ke itower lana ubhalwe khona ke uLAC noma uLAC u37 bese kuthi cell ID u27009.
Thank you.
We then move on to the next row, which is the same number under MSISDN, which is 278270444358.
That's it.
The IMSI number remains the same, which is 6550-1550-1396, 13906061. I beg your pardon. IMEI number is 8633-7202-137621. That is also an MTC. That date and time is 15th October 2014 at 17:33:57 seconds. The call lasted 98 seconds, and that call was made from 27-714-379-551. The LAC is 881 and the cell ID is 10862.
Bese sindlulela ke umuntu olandelayo kuse le number ke eyodwa u27827044358. IMSI number ke noma IMSI number ayikashintshi ke u655 015501396061. IMEI number ku 86 33720213761 nayo ke MTC okusho ukuthi uyena ke washayelwa ucingo. Idate ke nesikhathi i15 zika October 2014, isikhathi u17:33 nama seconds awu57. Ucingo lolo noma icall leyo ke yathatha ama seconds awu98. Lona ke owashayela le number ke noma le number sesifundile kwaku 27714379551. iLAC noma ke iLAC lo bese kushiwa ukuthi ichaza itower u881 kanye nayo ke cell ID nayo ekushiwa ukuthi nayo ichaza ke itower u10862.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, you testified yesterday that you can't speak of other service providers. You can only speak on behalf of Vodacom, that you do not know from the point of view of Vodacom of any other institution which is capable of producing cell phone data that is requested in terms of Section 205, except for the recognized service providers.
Correct. With that said, I have to say that there are institutes, other institutes that request for data, and as I've indicated, it is submitted under their acts or their legislation.
Thank you.
Ushilo ke uma ngaba uphendula ke izolo ukuthi wena ke ukhulumela uVodacom awukwazi ke ukuthi ke ungakhulumela abanye ukuthi ke awazi ke ezinye indawo la khona ke kucelwa khona ke imininingwane yabo ke umakhalekhukhwini ngaphandle ke kwalesi kodwa ke ngakusho ke ukuthi yebo zikhona ke ezinye indawo ezikwenzayo ke lokho kodwa lokho zikwenza ngaphansi kwemithetho yazo.
Now, in respect of the information that we've just read here, from the salutary of your conscience, that is exactly what was reflected in your system at the time when you compiled your affidavit.
Correct.
Thank you.
Lokho ngiqeda ukufunda lana ke yikona ke okwakuvela ke noma okwakutshengiswa ke ngesikhathi ke mina ke ngihlanganisa ke noma ngenza ke esami statement esifungela lokho kubizwa ngokuthi phecelezi ke affidavit.
Thank you. That having been said, I would like us, and with that in mind as well, to go to Exhibit 02, which is also an affidavit that was prepared by Mr. Lambertus Stein.
Could I have a copy of that exhibit, please?
If you don't have a copy, I think this one, I will try my level best to get one for you. You definitely have to get it. Exhibit 02. Let me just check with my colleagues if they have it. Oh, it wants to permit. Page 29. Eh? No, not 29. What number is this? It's 23. Page 23. Sure. That's page 23, ma'am.
Yes,
Are you there? Thank you.
I'm here.
Now, I think that will be paragraph 4, just below that very large table there. Do you see that 4 there?
Yes.
Thank you. May you kindly read that information? What does it say? On paragraph 4.
Links from Kelly Kumalo, 2782 7044 358. Kelly Kumalo from 2773 305 9202. Fisokule Ntuli at Nkani 5.
Okubhaliwe ke lana ukuthi ke ukuxhumana noma ke ukuhlangana ke sukela ke noma ukubuya kuyena uKelly Khumalo 278270445 Kelly Khumalo buya ke ku 27733059202 Fisokuhle Ntuli at Nkani 5.
Thank you. Actually, that 5 is in brackets, not so.
Yes, it is in brackets.
Thank
and
you.
then it goes on to say, save as Kelly, 2 Pauls, section or sec 205, Senzo.
Bese kubeka ke kubhaliwe ke ukuthi save as noma ke save ke njengo Kelly ama-call amabini kwase kubhalwa ke usec 205 Senzo.
Thank you. So there's also a table there. May you kindly read the information of that table?
It also reflects MSISDN, IMSI, IMEI, call type, start date, call duration, other party, cell name. The number under MSISDN is 278270444358. IMSI number 6550-150-139-6061. IMEI number 35150305303538. Start date 02 August 2014. Time 22.
Excuse me, ma'am. I think there's a column that you skipped there. Immediately after I may.
My apologies. The call
Yes.
type is MTC. Start date is 02 August 2014. Time 22:40, 47 seconds. Call duration is 110 seconds. Other party is 2773059202 and the cell name is 3G Kimberly MWW_CEN Sen.
Lana ke okubhaliwe ke kuloku MSISDN inumber ke u 827044358 bese kuthi i-IMSI number u-655015501396061. IMEI number u-351503053033538. Uhlobo lwekholi-ke i-MTC okusho ukuthi-ke le number leqeda ufundwa-ke iyona-ke eyathola ucingo. I-date-ke u-2 August 2014, isikhathi u-22:40 ama-seconds awu-47, isikhathi-ke ama-seconds awu-110, ibuya-ke ku-07733059202 bese kuthi-ke ngaphansi ko-cell name kubhalwe u-3G Kimberley MWSEN CEN.
The row below that, under MSISDN, is 2782-7044-358 with IMSI number 6550-15501396061. We then have the IMEI, which is 8633-7202-137621. The call type is a MTC. That date is 15th October 2014 and the time is 17:33:57 seconds. Call duration was 98 seconds. Other party 2773-305-9202. Cell name 2G_Ividel_farm_lim LIM_2.
Bese kuthi nje ngenzansi-ke kwalokho kuseyile number ke u-278 2704438. IMSI number u-655015501396061 bese kuthi IMEI number u-863372021376621. Uhlobo-ke kwakuyi-MTC. I-date-ke kanye nesikhathi 15 October 2014, isikhathi u-17:33:57 bese kuthi-ke i-call leyo-ke yathatha ama-seconds awu-98. Ibuya-ke ku-27733059202 bese kuthi-ke i-cell name u-2G Ividale Farm LIM2.
Thank you. You may proceed to read, ma'am. Up to the end of that page.
The number, Kelly Kumalo, 2782-7044-358, had contact with number 2773-305-9202 on, in brackets 2, the words 2 different occasions. Calls made before and after the incident, 02 August 2014 and 15 October 2014, statement of Colonel Elstein and with his cell phone number.
Bese kuyaqhubeka-ke kubhaliwe-ke lana inamba kaKelly Khumalo u-27827044358 yaxhumana nenamba u-27733059202. Amahlandla ababili ahlukile, ama-calls enziwa-ke ngaphambi kanye futhi nasemuva-ke kwaso isigameko 2 August 2014 kanye ne-15 October 2014. Statement sakhe uKennel L Stein kwase kubhalwa-ke nenamba yakhe.
Thank you. My Lord, yes. It has just been brought to my attention that we have way past the short adjournment.
Now we can go on.
Is it please the court, my Lord? Thank you, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Yes,
Oh, thank you.
that was the end of the page.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. I actually want to say thank you for your assistance.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Now, I want us on exhibit. On exhibit J1, which is your exhibit, and exhibit O2.
Okay, I have triple J1, but I do not have, O2.
Yeah, exhibit O2. I want us to concentrate on those little tables there, the information that I just requested you to read on record. Do you understand? Yeah. Now, let us start with the first column, which is MSID. Oh, I'm sorry, my lord. It's just also been brought to my attention that accused are requesting a short break. They are hard pressed. The call of nature, they are unable to handle it.
Okay, 15 minutes. Yes.
As it is the court, my lord, thank you very much for the indulgence. Now, thank you, ma'am. We are back to exhibit O2 and exhibit J1. Do we have them there? Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Now, the exercise that I'm going to do here is based on the fact that you are an expert, cell phone data expert. Do you understand? Thank you. I might struggle here and there, but please understand me with an aim to, hear me with an aim to understand me.
Sure.
Thank you. Now, is it so and correct, ma'am, that on both tables, in exhibit O2 and exhibit J1, that the MSISDN number on the first line is the same?
Correct.
Ingabe kuyiqiniso yini ukuthi ke kuzo zombili ke lezi J1 kanye O2 ukuthi le number eseqaleni le ebizwa ngokuthi MSISDN number inumber eyodwa? Yebo kuyiqiniso.
Is it also correct that also on the second line that MSISDN number is also the same?
That is correct.
Nokuthi ke futhi ke nakumqolandelayo ke ukuthi ke le number le MSISDN kuse number eyodwa yebo kuyiqiniso.
Now, is it also correct that the IMSI number on both exhibits on the first line is the same?
Correct.
Nakumqolandelayo ke ukuthi kuzona zombili ke ukuthi ke le number futhi kuse number eyodwa yebo kuyiqiniso.
Is it also correct that IMSI number on both exhibit on the second line is also the same?
You repeated the IMSI, but it is the same. That's correct.
Kuyiqiniso yini nokuthi ke kuona omabili ke lamazibithi lela ukuthi ke IMSI number kuyinumber eyodwa? Yebo kuyiqiniso.
That goes the same as the IMIE number. On both exhibits, those numbers are the same.
Correct.
On both lines.
Correct.
Futhi ke kumigqa yomibili kumazibithi omabili ke IMEI number inumber eyodwa.
The call types on both exhibits, on both lines are the same, not so?
Correct.
Nokuthi ke uhlobo lunike le call ukuthi yena uthola ucingo uyena oshaya ucingo uMTC ukuthi ke nalapho kuyinto eyodwa.
The start date on both exhibits, on both lines is also the same, not so?
Correct.
Kanye ke ne date isikhathi ke kumazibithi omabili ke ukuthi ke I date eyodwa.
The call duration as well is also the same.
Call duration is the same.
Nokuthi ke kwathatha isikhathi esingakanani ke nalapho ke isikhathi esodwa.
Thank you. Now let's come to the other party. What is your comment?
The other party on both lines differs on both exhibits.
Uma sesiza lana ke manje komunye ke lona ukuthi lona oshayelwe noma ekuyena ke oshaye ucingo kuma zibiti omabili ke kuma line omabili ehlukile ke lokhu okubhalwe la nalokhu okubhalwe ngale.
By the way, this other party in respect of this column, in respect of the call that was made, is the one who made the call.
The other party, yes.
Kuma khulunywa lana ke ngo other party noma omunye lona ke uyena ke owashaya ucingo.
Let us start with exhibit triple J G1. Is it J or G? J. Thank you. Let us start with the other party on triple J1. What is the number there?
The other party number is on triple J1 is 2783457130.
Masiqala ke ku triple J1 omunye lona ke uyena ke washaya ucingo 2783457130.
Thank you. And what is the other party on exhibit 02? On the first column.
On the other party on exhibit O is 2773305920.
Bese kuthi lana ke uzibithi u02 omunye ke lona ke ekwaqhonyana naye ke u2773359202.
Now, what is the other party on the second line in exhibit triple J1?
2771437951.
Ma siyakubuyela ke na ke u-triple J1 u-other party ke khona lapha yana ke noma omunye ke lona kwaqhonyana naye ke ku-277143795551.
And what is the other party in exhibit 02 in line number 2?
2773305920.
Bese kuthi ke ku line 2 ka exhibit u02 u-other party noma omunye ke u277330592002.
Thank you. Now, as I said, and with due respect, I'm going to request to tap into your wisdom, being an expert in data analysis. Now, we can see that in respect of the column of the other party, in both exhibits, there's a discrepancy, not so?
Yes.
Siyabona ke ukuthi lana ke lamazibiti amabili ke uma sekhulunywa lana ngomunye ke lona okuyena ke ekwaqhonyana naye ke ukuthi ke ukhona ke ukwahlukana akusiyena umuntu oyedwa kwahlukile.
But now in respect of all the other columns, the information is just exactly the same.
That is correct.
Kodwa ke uma khulunywa ngeminye ke imigabane noma amanye ke ama-column lana ke imininingwane noma information yona ke iyafana noma ke iyodwa.
You know, when I went through this information, I got tempted to call Mark Zuckerberg and say to him, how does this happen? And then something said, no, but we've got an expert that called. Why should I worry to do an international call? Now, as I'm saying, might kindly tap into your wisdom for an explanation on these discrepancies.
Please take note that I can only, my lord, I can only comment on Vodacom's set of data
Yes.
and what I'm familiar with, as I know how and when the information was downloaded.
Ngicela ke usichazele ke manje ukuthi kwenzeka kanjani ke lokho esikutholayo noma esikubonayo ke lana. Ngiyafisa ukuthi ngisho ke ngosenkantolo ukuthi mina ke engakhuluma ngako nekuyikona ke engikwaziyo ukuka Vodacom nokuthi ke imininingwane noma information lena ke itholakala kanjani noma sebenza kanjani ke ngayo.
The information that you see in front of you under the table on J1 has been extracted from the data that I would call the voluminous data, which comprises of pages 4,649.
Futhi ke lokho okubonayo ke lana ke leya column ke noma leya table lana ngaphansi kwa Vodacom kuthathwe noma ke kuphishwe ke kule data noma kule mininingwane lena enalama page awu 4,649.
Just before you proceed, is it not so that the data that is extracted from the data that comprises of 4,649 pages is the data that you personally worked on?
Yes.
Thank you.
Futhi ke le data engikhuluma ngayo ke enalama page awu 4,649 yile mina ke engangisebenza ngayo.
And it originates, the originators of this data, or it belongs to Vodacom?
Correct.
Thank you.
Futhi ke data lena ke eka Vodacom.
You can proceed with your explanation.
If you have page 1586 of 4,649 in front of you,
Uma ke phambi kwakho uno page 1586 kulama page ke awu 4,649 phambi kwakho.
you will find towards the middle of that page.
I don't have that page.
Perhaps I
Let it
could
be big.
put it on the big screen.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. I'm not sure if you can see the highlighted portion in yellow.
Khuluma ke ngalana nje lungana.
I think I need to come nearer. My eyesight is good. Sometimes it lets me down when I'm supposed to be seeing other things. Yes.
Okay, so this information is on page 1586 as I've indicated.
Nanjengoba ngishilo ke ukuthi le mininingwane lena ke iku page 1586.
Just a second. I just want to be on the record. Now, that information is a record that you worked on.
Yes, this
Yes.
forms part of the J1 exhibit.
Thank
Lokho
you.
kuyingxenye ke yakhe ke exhibit J1.
Now, which is that information? Is the information, okay, you're saying is in J1. Thank you.
Perhaps if you could just give me a moment to
explain.
explain
Okay.
the entire set of data,
Thank you, ma'am.
so that you would then have a better understanding.
Let me do that. Thank you.
So the data that, the extraction that you see on exhibit J1, the small block that I've just presented,
Yes.
this page 1586 is or forms part of that extraction. And here,
Lokho ebese ngikhulumile ke ngako ngaphambilini ekuyile table ke encane la ebengifunda khona le mininingwane ke ekuyingxenye ke iyakho ke lokho engikutshengisayo noma engikhombayo ke lapha yana ukuhighlightiwe. Yes.
as you can see that the MSISDN is the same on J1, which is 2782704435. The IMSI is exactly the same. It ends with 6061. The IMEI is the same. It ends with 3538. The date and the time is exactly the same, which is the 2nd of August 2014 at 22:40:47 seconds. The MTC is the same as this call type. The duration is exactly the same. However, you would then notice that under this highlighted portion, that this data reflects the number ending 1330, and that
Just a moment. Uzobheka ke yonke le mininingwane asakhulumileke ngayo lena ke ebhaliwe lapha yana MSISBN, IMSI, IMEI, isikhathi ke idate kanye nesikhathi ukuthi ke i-call yaluphile uhlobo i-MST, ama-seconds ke awu-110 ukuthi konke ke lokho kuyafana kodwa uzoqaphela ke manje uma sesifika laphana kuleya ngxanyeke ukuthi inamba elaphana ile egcina ngo-1330.
you would find that exact same number, which is under other party on page 1586, and that also reflects under other party on exhibit J1.
Lana ke isikhuluma ke manje ke ukuthi omunye lona ke obekuqhunyana naye ke noma ke lokho bhalo other party khona ke la ku J1 ekuyena ke lo aphethe ke khona la esandleni ukuthi ke uyena ke noma ke iyona ke le number futhi ke ekhona ke noma ebhaliwe lapha yana ku other party.
The only information that we don't have on page 1586 is the LAC number. We do, however, have the cell ID, which is identical to the cell ID, which is 27009. And then on J1, we do not have the tower name, whereas on page 1586, we show Kimberly MW_CEN, which then reflects as the data on exhibit O.
Esingenako ke lana ke kuloko esikutholayo ke lana ku J1 ekubhalwe LAC lokho kuthiwa ke yi-LAC kodwa ke i-cell ID yona ke ngamashi ekuyile eku27009 bese uma usuyabheka ke futhi lapha yana ke i-tower yilena ke ekhona la iyatholakala la exhibit O2 ile yake ebhaliwe lapha ekuKimberly MWCEN.
Thank you, ma'am. Maybe just before you proceed.
Okay.
Now, with the fact that your table on the first line has that LAC number being number 37, and the fact that exhibit O does not have that LAC number, and the fact that your exhibit J1 does not have the cell name, and the fact that exhibit O has a cell name, have any effect on who the other party should be?
No.
Thank you.
Not at all. The LAC and cell number or cell ID relates to the tower,
Thank you.
nothing else.
But
Lokho kokuthi ke lana ke kuwena ke kuno LAC noma ke uLAC angabi khona ke uLAC lana ke kuloko okutshengisayo ke khona la futhi ke nala ku O2 nokuthi ke kuno cell name la ku exhibit O2 akekho la kuwena ukuthi ke lokho kunganomthelela yini ke ukuthi ubani omunye lo okwaxhunyana naye uthi cha ukuthi nje u cell name akushoyo kona ke usho nje uphela ke noma ukhuluma ngayo itower.
thank you. May proceed with your explanation.
Sure. So if we move on to the next number, it is also part of the big data, and that should be on page 1646 of 4649.
Uma sesindlulela ke manje kwenye ke inamba nayo ke ikhona ke lapho ku page 1646 kuona ke lama page awu 4649.
Coming back to exhibit J, my little block is the extract of what the data reflects on my computer and your big screen.
Masibuyela khona ke la ku triple J1 lokho la ku triple J1 yilokho ke mina ke ngikuthathile noma ke engikhiphile kulokhana lapha ekuhighlightiwe ke ngalo ya yellow.
It also indicates the same number ending 4358. The IMEI is the same, ending 6061. That was the IMSI number. The IMEI number is the same, ending with 7621. The date and time is exactly the same, 15th October 2014, 17:33:57. The call type is exactly the same, which is an MTC. The duration is the same, 98 seconds. Difference is the other party, and this reflects, it's different from Exhibit 0. The number ending 9551 reflects on page 1646, and as well as Exhibit triple J1, which is the extraction of this data. This, as I would say again, the LAC number does not appear. However, we have the same cell ID, and unfortunately the tower name does not appear on triple J1. It does, however, appear on Exhibit 0. Similar, Ivydale Farm, _lim, _2.
Mase siqhubeka ke nalana ke kuyena ke upage 1646 kulama page ke awu 4649 kuseleya number ke eyodwa egcina ngaye u4358. I-IMSI number ayikashintshike, i-IMEI number ayikashintshike, igcina ngaye u7621. I-date ke yabona iyona ke 15 October 2014, isikhathi u17:33, ma-seconds awu57. Ikholi ke i-MTC ukuthi ke iyona ke le number eyathola ucingo, ama-seconds awu98. Lana ekushintsha khona ke ukuthi lana ke ku triple J1 ke inumber yile egcina ngo9551 engasiyona ke lena inumber ekhona ke la ku exhibit 02, bese kuba khona ke nayo ke i-cell name lapha yana ke i-cell ID engashintshileke iyona ke la e10862 nalana ikhona ke ku triple J1, kodwa ke uzothola ke ukuthi lana ke i-lack ayikho lana futhi ke ingabikho ke nalana ke ku02, kodwa ke uma ubheka lapha egcineni ibhalile Ivydale itower ecoshayo 2G farm uyayithola ke lana ku exhibit 02.
Thank you, ma'am. That is well appreciated. Basically, what we have just explained now is to confirm the correctness of the information that is contained in your affidavit insofar as that little table is concerned, that's all.
Yebo ke ngiqeda ukwenza noma ke ukusho ke manje uqinisekisa ke ukuthi ke impela ke lokho okhona ke lapha istatement sami esifungelwe kuyikona futhi nokuthi ke kuyiqiniso.
Thank you. But my concern still is, there is this also affidavit here, Exhibit 02, that deals with the same information, but the number of the other party differs materially from the number that is contained in you. Now, as I've said, I've struggled to find out how possible, how could this be, what could have happened here, why should these numbers be different when all this other information is the same? That is the kind of a wisdom that I would request you to assist us with.
So, as I've indicated yesterday, that our set of data is submitted in PDF format.
Yes.
It cannot be manipulated in any way by us.
Yes.
We submit it to the TSU,
Yes.
or any other institute for that matter, in the PDF format.
Yes.
As you have seen, that this little block on triple J1 is an extraction of the entire data.
Yes.
The only thing that I've left out was the tower. This comes from the old data. This is an enhanced statement with our new systems.
Thank you.
This cannot be changed in any way. It cannot be altered, added, another number inserted or a number removed,
Yes.
or for that matter, a tower name, a cell or ID, a lack or ID.
Yes.
I can only explain on what I've worked with and what I've provided.
Thank you, ma'am.
However, this statement belongs to somebody else. I have no idea how that information was extracted, and therefore I cannot make any comments on that.
Mina ke engisekona ke akashintshi ke ukuthi ke konke okunye lokhu kuyafana, yonke imininingwane ke iyafana, kodwa ke uma sesifika lana ke ku other party noma omunye lona ke ekwakhulunyisana naye noma ke ekwaxhunyana naye ukuthi ila kuhluka khona ukuthi kwenzeka kanjani ke lokho, mina ke engakhuluma ngako engakusho iloku mina engasebenza ngako nezinhlelo noma indlela esebenza ngazo kwa Vodacom ukuthi ke information lena sithola kanjani ke bese sisebenza ngayo ngalohlobo ke noma ke le format abayibiza ngokuthi ke iPDF. Akukho esingakwenza ke kuyona ke leyo PDF format leyo siyithola ikanjalo, akukho ukuthi ungashintsha ungengeza enye number noma kube nenumber oyikhiphayo usebenza ngaloko okutholile onako nala esesidlulisela khona ke kwi-TSU ngaleyo ndlela esithole ngayo. Lesi istatement esona ke istatement esomunye umuntu angazi ukuthi basebenza kanjani, akukho ke engakusho mayelana naso.
Thank you, ma'am. Most probably there will be an explanation forthcoming vis-a-vis the explanation that you've just given, that this information is untamperable. You can't tamper with it. You cannot edit it. You cannot alter it. No amount of change can be effected on the information that you have just testified about, as it reflects in your affidavit, J1. Thank you, ma'am. In the course of the exchange of information, the state provided us with information which is in soft copies, in memory sticks. This is called information which is in here. It's a soft copy. So, yeah. Now, in this memory stick here, there is what I could identify as the data, cell phone data of the number ending with 358. So I'm going to request you. Actually, my colleague here, Advocate Numalo, can come and assist there because he's also savvy with the computers. So he can come and assist and just to go right into the information that we want. We otherwise do not want to get to other information that is contained in this memory stick. With the leave of court, my lord, may I request Advocate Numalo to go to approach the witness and assist, my lord.
Whose affidavit is it?
No, it's not an affidavit, man.
Which is her affidavit?
It's not about an affidavit, my lord.
No, I'm asking that information. Who made an affidavit to say he or she compiled it? The one you say Mr. Ngomalo will explain.
We've got two affidavits,
Yes,
my lord.
that's why I want the name.
No, I'm not saying Mr. Ngumalo, Advocate Ngumalo should assist in respect of the affidavit, but
No,
just
no,
to access information that is in this memory stick.
I want to know, when you say this witness
Yes.
must assist, are you saying she must assist in her own affidavit? Which you say she was instructed to compile section 205
Yes.
data.
It works both ways, my lord.
No.
Let me
Just listen to
explain.
me, otherwise you're wasting time.
No, we're not wasting time, my lord, with due respect, but let me explain. This witness as well had the privilege to work on the cell phone data with a phone ending 358. Mr. Stein had also a privilege to work on a cell phone data with a number ending 358.
Yeah, that's the crux of the point.
Yes.
Wait, because she is saying, you are saying basically you can't compare, you can't explain how Colonel Stein came to aggregate that information.
Correct.
That's what she's saying.
No, but now, my lord,
But
I'm no longer pursuing the issue of the discrepancies as contained in the
fine,
affidavit.
That's why
I want to
know,
proceed.
Listen to me. That's
Yes,
why
ma'am.
I know whose affidavit is it. Is it her affidavit or Colonel Stein's affidavit? That's all I want to know.
Which is in the memory stick.
Yes.
It is for both of them because Mrs. Vittilingam also had worked on the number ending with 358.
Fine.
Yes.
Fine. The stick
As
contains.
well as-
Wait. You're saying the
Yes.
stick contains the affidavit of this witness and the affidavit of Colonel Stein.
I did not get that, my lord. I just got a
You
bit
say the stick
dissertation.
contains the dual numbers
Yes.
which she worked on, Stein worked on. Is that not so?
Yes.
Now I want to know which numbers is she going to comment on? Is it her own numbers in that stick which she comments on? That's all I want to know.
No, I think the court wants to know about the number. But I think the court wants to say affidavit. Is it her own affidavit that she will have to comment
Yes,
on,
yes.
or Stein's affidavit? In this memory stick, there's no affidavit. It's just the data.
Yes, the data.
Yes.
Is she the one who compiled it?
Who compiled the data
Yes.
in this memory stick
Yes.
that we received from the state?
Yes.
This information does not reflect. However, we know at the back of our mind, and it is now on record, that at one point this witness was requested to work on an affidavit, on a number that ends with 358. Mr. Stein as well was also requested to work on a number that ends with 358.
Fine, go on.
Thank you, my lord. Does the court then give permission to let Mr. Ngumalo go assist the
So it's Mr. Ngomalo's turn to cross-examine this witness.
maybe
Hello?
excuse me.
Procedure dictates that if you're saying Mr. Ngomalo is the one who will assist, you're actually saying he is now cross-examining this witness.
As it please the court.
Yeah.
Maybe the witness herself, because she's a technically well-read person, can access this information. In an event that she picks up some troubles here and there, that's when then we can jump in and assist, my lord. May I then hand this memory stick to the witness just
Yeah,
to
fine.
open it?
My lord, I'm going to save Mr. Mnisi or Advocate Mnisi all of that trouble by stating that my ports are blocked due to security reasons. I cannot insert a memory stick from you or a disk from you or anyone else into my computer because of the confidentiality and the security constraints.
Ngenxa ke imithetho ke noma ke ema security ke ezophepha ke lana ke engisebenza khona kwa Vodacom angikwazi ke ukuthi ngathatha istick lesi uadvocate Mnisi afisa ukuthi ngisithathe ngisifake lana ke ngenxa ukuthi ke kunemininingwane ke ethize lana akungivumeli ke ukuthi ngikwenze lokho.
My lord, no matter what, it is very imperative that this information should be flighted there. If there's somebody that has got a laptop that can assist us therewith, maybe we can use that laptop. I think the state does have a laptop, the course registrar does have a laptop. It doesn't matter whose laptop is it, but the explanation from the witness is understandable. For security reasons, that cannot happen, my lord. I will request, my lord, the course registrar to assist her with, to assist us. That's a bit of a tongue twister, my lord. To assist us with her laptop so that we access this information.
I say you're not permitted by your employer.
No, yes, the ports are actually blocked for the security reasons. Yes.
So nobody accepts
No, nobody can
using
access.
the paraphernalia of Vodacom can do.
Yes,
access.
and if I have to insert a memory card in there, it's going to encrypt it and throw it out, which is null and void.
Yeah, let's make progress. He says he's unable to do that.
That is understandable, my lord, which is the reason why I said maybe the state would be in a position to assist us, alternatively the course registrar.
No, the court registrar is not a computer expert. She can't help you. Hello, do you have any courses in computer science, sir, ma'am?
This does not require a computer
Hello?
knowledge.
No, I'm just asking you.
Just a basic
Do you know-
knowledge on computers.
He says he's lost, like me.
But I can assist. I do have a computer in my car.
But you know
if
what,
I
we're
can
wasting
assist.
time. This witness, Mr. Darlingen, when first did we meet, by the way? How many years back?
Long time
Yeah,
back,
first.
my lord.
I mean, it's over 20 years. She says it's not possible for her to do that.
May I request the state then to possibly assist us, my lord? The state does have
Mr.
a laptop.
Sibando,
He has always been assisting us in any event, my lord.
And
I don't
if you are-
think he can
if you are
hide behind the
assisted by
fact
Mr.
that he's
Sibanda,
also
the state
hasn't done
prosecute-
IT.
if at all, what is the position?
I will assist wherever I can. I just cannot insert anything into my computer.
Yeah, let's make progress. It's just he cannot.
I don't have a problem with that, my lord. But that cannot be it can't be a cul-de-sac. There should be alternative available. One of them is the state, one of them is the course registrar. The course registrar, the court has said she's not computer literate. But it does not look to me like she's not computer literate, my lord. But nonetheless, let us request Mr. Sibande to assist us. The course registrar is willing to make a laptop available. Yeah, occupants in the house. Still on the podium. I'm still going to.
Now, what is that supposed to be?
Thank you, madam. That is what appears to be a download, a cell phone data of the number ending with 4358, not so, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you. Now, when I say me, I mean myself and accused and my colleague here, Advocate Numali. I want to be sincere with the court. We're analyzing that information. Something struck us very seriously and very amazingly. We were actually perturbed. As we were analyzing that data call there, it appeared to us that that version is editable. Do you confirm that?
That is Excel. And
Excellent, yes.
you can do
yeah.
anything with Excel.
It's excellent.
Excel is a
That is Excel. Yes.
Lana-ke sithe uma thina-ke sibheka sicwaningake lokhu mina naye-ke u-advocate Numalo sathola-ke ukuthi lana-ke kukhona-ke ongakwenza lana uthi yebo kuyiqiniso u-Excel-ke noma yile program ebizwa ngokuthi Excel-ke ku-Excel ungenza noma yini.
Now that is the version. That's the information that the state gave us. Now when we went through it, we realized that cell phone data it's a 205. It's a cell phone data that was supplied in terms of Section 205, but it is changeable. Somebody can do whatever that they want to do with that information there. Do you understand? And do you say and you also say yeah, no, that is alterable.
Excel is used for analysis purposes.
Yes.
In most instances. You know, it's almost like an accounting application where you make it work for you.
Yes, that I understand.
Lana ke u-Excel lena esikhuluma ngayo ke okwenzela ke noma ke uma usebenzisa u-Excel lokho kwenzela ke ukanela noma ke ucwaninga ke kufana nje ukuthi ke uma usenza ke isicelo ke noma ke application yayo ke i-accounting ukuthi ke ikusebenzele wena.
Thank you, ma'am. Now you are saying that information that you provided, that call data that you provided in terms of section 205 of the Criminal Procedure Act, it's supplied in a PDF format. You cannot alter it, you cannot change it, no amount of turpitude may be done on it. It is as is, and it should always be as is.
Yes, we
Thank you.
provide it as is in a PDF format.
Thank you.
Ngishilo ke ukuthi thina ke esebenza ngayo ke ilokho obizwa ngokuthi ke i-PDF uyithola ikanjalo usebenza ngayo ngaleyo ndlela ke.
Then why is it that the one that is supplied by you, which is similar to this one, is in a PDF format such that somebody cannot change it or alter it or whatever? This one that has been supplied to us, which is similar to to the one that you dealt with, is editable.
I cannot answer that because I did not give that to you.
Kungani ke ukuthi lena ke wena ke osebenza ngayo ingalendlela oyishoyo ke ukuthi akukho ongenziwa noma ongenzeka kuyona ka ngeke uzishintshe ke bese kuthi lethi na ke esinyikiwe nanjengabameli ke ingafani ke noma ingekho ngalendlela angikho kwisimo ke sokuthi ngakuphendula ke ngoba athimina okunikile noma oninikile.
Thank you. Maybe let us go to the date of the 3rd of August 2014. 2 August on that Excel format. No, don't go out. I've got a feeling, my lord, that advocate Sibande also is a litigant here, so he gets disturbed when he's going to operate the laptop and at the same time listen to what is happening here with a view to response. I don't think it's fair for the state. But if he's versatile and then it does not have a problem with it, then it's fine. I was only noting that, my lord. That's on the 3rd of August. The time is 22:40:07. What is the date? Oh, on the 2nd of August. Yes. On the 2nd of August at 22:40. It appears, my lord, that in that data, this information, which is contained, the time on the 2nd of August 2014 at 22:40:47, it does not appear as if that information is there. Not so. That information is not there.
Which information is that? Is that the one on the Excel?
The information that is on Exhibit O.
Yeah.
On page 23.
Right.
information that was compiled by Mr. Stein on paragraph 4, that little table there. That information as it reflects on the first line of the 2nd of August 2014 at 22:40:47. That information is not easy. Is it there? At 22:40:47. No, that information is even not there. Let us go to the 15th of October. At 1733. Yes. May you please highlight that information for us?
So just for the benefit of logic, this time 22:40, which you say the information is missing at 22:40, you say it's missing there.
I had a look at what has been beamed, my lord.
Yeah, fine, but I'm just saying at the hour 22:40, whatever information you say it's missing because it's not categorized at 22:40.
What I'm saying, my lord, is
47.
the information.
Which information?
Yes, that is what I'm explaining.
That's it, yeah.
Thank you. The information that is in Exhibit O
Right,
of the first line
right,
on page 23,
fine.
which should be at 22:40:47 seconds.
Okay, right, let's talk
Yes.
so that everybody understands. It's at 10 past.
No,
22.
that is 22:11.
Yeah, fine. 22 is what?
22 is 10.
10 past.
No. It's in the evening.
Yes, at 10 o'clock plus.
My lord, the information is very specific.
No, fine. At what time?
That is 22:40:47 seconds.
So
In
what
other
time-
words, it's 22 hours, 40 minutes,
It's after
47
8 o'clock, in
seconds.
other words.
Excuse me, my lord.
After 8 o'clock, so that everybody understands.
Yes, that is actually after 10.
After 10 o'clock?
Yes.
After the alleged murder has occurred?
No,
No,
it's-
I just want to understand.
no, my lord. This is not the date of the murder.
No.
This-
Fine. I'm just saying it's, the said murder was about 8 o'clock to
Yes.
whatever.
Yes.
So you are saying that information may not correlate to the date of the murder. It's after 8.
No, but what I'm saying, my lord, is this information, which I have here,
Yes.
I mean, which is on exhibit,
Right. Oh.
Oh.
Yes.
it says there were calls that were made before and after the incident, and I still have to come to that.
Right.
On the 2nd of August 2014,
Right?
this number ending with 202
Right?
called the number ending with 358.
Right?
That information, this information which is here, is an extract from the information or from the table that is highlighted, I mean that is flighted here at court.
Right?
So what I want to do is to compare what is in this affidavit with what is being highlighted there.
Yeah, that's why me, as a a finder of fact, that's why I'm interested.
Yes.
Was it on the date of the murder? Was it before the date of the murder? Was it after the date of the murder? So it's simple.
That is before the date of the murder,
Fine,
my
no
lord. That is 2
problem.
August 2014.
Right, before-
Yes. But there are
before the date of
allegations
the
here
murder.
that are made
Fine, no problem.
that the number ending with 202 made a call to the number ending with 358 on the 2nd of August 2014.
Right.
That is very crucial to this case, my lord.
Right.
Yes. That's the reason why we actually wanted to demonstrate this information. This information that is being alleged here should actually be in the broader context of that cell phone data there, which is in terms of 200 and in terms of section 205.
And she is saying she's not able to explain that because she never provided that information.
Correct, my lord.
Yeah, so Mr. Nisi, you must find your own expert.
Yes.
You must find your own expert to analyze that data because she says it's not her data. She never compiled it.
No, but that is not how it works, my lord. This information is already before court here.
Fine.
Why should I then find?
Yeah, fine.
I am not requesting her to analyze it. I'm just requesting her to comment. She has
says she
already
can't. Hello.
analyzed it.
Ms. Dalian, are you able to comment?
No, this is not the format that I submitted the data in.
Lana ke okhulunywa ngabo ke ukuthi umsazumnisi uthi kunale information ekhona ke lana ku 002 yekhuluma ngaye u22 yange2 za August 2014 2240 47 engekho ke lana noma ke engabonakali lana eshoyo ke ukuthi le number ewu27733059202 yaxhumana ke nale number ewu27827044438 yasho ke ukuthi ke yena ke akusiyona ke iformat le yena ke asebenza ngayo okusho ukuthi ke akukho angaphawula noma angakusho mayela nalokho.
Thank you. That is understandable, ma'am. Yes. As the court has requested, I'll try to find a Mark Zuckerberg on my own to come and deal with this information. But let us then go to, what is the next date? The 15th of October 2014. The one that I said is there. 15th of October 2014. The time should be 17:33:57. Yes, that is there. I'm not requesting for your comment, man, because you realize that this is not your work. You can only comment on your work. Yeah, thank you. Now, what is being reflected there? What is just written there? I don't think you'll have a problem in saying what is written there or what is depicted there, in reading what is written there, not so.
On the highlighted portion.
Yeah, I think it's marked. It's not yet highlighted. But I think that should be the last line, last but one line to the end.
At 17:33:57.
Yes.
The duration is 98 seconds.
Yes.
I'm almost certain that's duration. And I'm sure the other number is after the duration.
Yes. What is that number?
2773-305-9202.
Thank you.
Lana ke ekubhalwe khona ke ku 17:33:57 ngazo i-15 za October 2014 isikhathi ke amaseconds awu 98 omunye ke yona noma enye number lena u27733059202.
Thank you, ma'am. Just a look. at this information that we've just read, being a cell phone data that was provided in terms of section 205, does that correspond with, on the date of the 15th of August 2014, does that correspond with the information that you gave in your affidavit?
It's the 15th of October.
Yes.
That does not correspond with
Thank you.
the data that I have provided.
Lokhu ke okuqeda ufundwa ke lapha manje kwange 15th ka October 2014 ngalesi sikhathi esiwu 17:33:57 akuhambisani ke noma ke akuhlangani ke nalokho mina ke enginako la phambi kwami.
Thank you. Now let me ask you this way. In the realm of cell phone data provision, do such circumstances occur?
Not likely.
Ingaba ke ekusebenzeni kwenu ke nama cell phones ke ingaba ke okanjena ke kuyenzeka yini ukuthi akusona ke into eyenzekayo noma engamane yenzeka.
And your answer is not. What your answer again?
It's not likely. So
Thank you.
we do have duplication of calls, but not activities that do not reflect on the set of data.
Sinako ke lokho abathi ke ngama duplicate noma kuphinda ke kwama calls ke kodwa lokho ukuthi hayi ukuthi ke kungabi ke nokwenzekile ke noma ke ama activity angatshengiswa noma angaveli ke kwimininingwane noma kwi data.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, I don't want to push you too hard. But is that not one of those issues that you went to school for, that you were taught to guard against, being fraud, being the alteration of information? This, which is what is happening here, is that not one of those instances? When you compare what you worked on and with what is reflected there and also reflected on Exhibit O, does that not really on a reasonable analysis of this information lead one to say there's a fishy smell here and a very horrible one? Is that not the case?
My Lord, I don't think it's fair for me to actually admit that it is fraud. I cannot make that statement.
Kumina ke ukuthi ke ngathi ke lana uma ngibheka lokho ngibheke ke engisebenze ngako ke mina ke ukuthi mina ngakhona nje noma ngabe isimo sokuthi ke ngathi ikhwabanisa lokho angicabange ukuthi ngaba into ke efe ukuthi mina ngikusho lokho noma kuphume kumina.
Let us use a more modest word. It could be a misrepresentation of facts. Is that not a misrepresentation of facts?
I will stand up in objective stage. The witnesses clearly said she did not provide that set of data, my lord.
That's not in dispute. I'm asking all these questions, ma'am, not to a lay person, but to a data analyst who has gone to school for it, who has got the legal qualification for it, who understand what fraudulent activities are. And a fraud goes along with uttering, not so. Is fraud, forgery, and uttering. And very extensively, we have told this court that your information is uneditable. And very extensively, we have also told this court that there's no any other institution which is able to generate information in terms of information that is requested in terms of Section 205, if that is directed to Vodacom, except Vodacom. But here we have that information here. Is it difficult for you, ma'am, just to be honest with this court and say, you know what, the situation that is happening here, in as much as I don't want to comment about it, but there is something fishy here. Nobody is going to hold you accountable.
So
is that difficult to say?
Mr. Mnisi, is it the same information which is captured in Excel, in a program of Excel?
I didn't get the court, my lord, because I was in the
That
process of
information
talking
which
in my
say
mind.
It is a snippet of fraud.
Yes.
Is it the same information which the witness says is captured on the system or the format or program Excel.
I need to understand what the court really says before I can
Just
respond.
explain to him what I'm saying.
I'm not so sure if the witness also
No,
understand
she
what the court
understands
is saying.
She understands me.
Yes.
My lord, I will try my best to explain to Mr. Mnisi. So, the court wants to hear if this is the Excel version of the data.
Where does it come from, ma'am? Where?
This is what you've received.
No,
Is it in-
understand. No, maybe.
No, but
Let's put it this way,
Mr.
ma'am.
Mnisi.
I see that is an Excel data,
Yes.
but who made it? Where does it originate from? Definitely, in as much as I received it, it cannot be coming from me
Yes.
or from Mr. Sibande, because this is what we received from Mr. Sibande. Yeah.
Yes, so the court wants to know if that was provided in Excel.
Yes.
That's what the court needs to know.
Yes.
So, yes, is it provided in Excel or no, it's not? That's what the court wants to know.
Exactly.
Yes.
But the inquiry does not end up there. That which is now in Excel form, where does it originate from? Is it not from you?
That does not originate from me.
You gave them,
Excel akubuyi ke kumina.
yeah,
I have provided the PDF version
yeah,
of the data.
yeah.
Excel has not been provided by me.
Mina ke engakudlulisa ke noma enganikeza ngako iloku ekule format ke ebizwa ngokuthi i-PDF hayi i-Excel.
The information that you provided in a PDF format and the information which is now in an Excel format, are they not the same? The large bulk of that information, except for the other parties' numbers, are they not the same?
Well, clearly we have just established it's not the same. Firstly, it's in two different formats. And secondly, what I have on my data isn't reflecting on that. So we cannot say that it's exactly the same.
Angeke sisho ukuthi ke ngamashi into eyodwa ke lena ngoba bese sesikutholile ke ukuthi ke i-PDF i-Excel lena ke okukhona ke kumina ke akukho lana angeke sisho ukuthi into eyodwa.
And this witness, if you listen to this witness,
Yes.
she says Excel is editable.
Yes.
Unlike PDF format, you can't change it, it's immutable. So there's a vast world of difference.
That is understandable, it's not in dispute, my lord.
And now when you're saying that information doesn't correlate with information which you find in the PDF she supplied, she says she's not able to comment on that because it's not in the same format which she supplied to the state. That's why I'm saying you must engage an expert because we are rounding in circles.
No, we're not, my lord. We're getting somewhere.
We are.
Exactly, we're getting somewhere.
No, no way. We're just like the South African government, we're not going anywhere. Just right.
Ma'am, I know that you are in a difficult position, but let me sum up everything. Maybe just before I sum up everything, let us look at page number 23 of Exhibit O.
23.
Yes.
Okay. Got it?
Yeah, because in my summing up, I also want to include that information.
Sure.
The last part one line reads, calls. May you please read it?
Calls made before and after the incident.
Yes. May you proceed?
02 August 2014 and 15 October 2014.
Lana ke ama-calls enziwa ke ngaphambi nasemuva ke kwesigameko i-2 zika-August 2014 ne-15 zika-October 2014.
And we know that this incident took place on the 26th of October 2014. And so,
Yes.
Futhi ke siyazi ukuthi isigameko lesi senzeka ngazo i-26 October 2014 kuyiqiniso lokho.
these calls that are mentioned on page number 23, which we have just read now, are all calls that, if they were made on before the incident, not so?
Yes.
Futhi ke lamakhozo qedwe wafunda ke manje uma kuukuthi ngempela ke enziwa ngaphambi futhi nasimuva ke kwesigameko yebo kuyiqiniso.
And this is my summary. On behalf of my accused, you basically not the recipient of what I'll be saying. This is just on the broader context of the fact that you are also a data analyst. Thank you. That this information that is contained on Exhibit 02, on paragraph 4, on that little analysis of the data, on the table there, constitute fraud, number one. And why do I say that? It is because it differs materially from the information that was prepared by an expert who is you, who has painstakingly explained how information is safeguarded in their system. How this fraud was committed, I don't know. But with the technology these days, everything is possible. Manipulation of information as it is happening here. That's my first point. You've got no comment.
No comment.
Okokuqala ke malana ke nommangalelwa engimele ke ukuthi ke manje masikhuluma ngaye ku exhibit 02 ukuthi lokhu ke okubhaliwe ke lana ngokumayelana naye ke ummangalelwa usathu ke engimele ukuthi lokhu okulana ke uma uqhathanisa ke nalokhu wena ke onako oshilo ukuthi uungoti nokuthi nisebenza kanjani ke kwa Vodacom ne-information uma ngabe niyithola sothi lokhu ke okulana ke ku 02 kona ke ukhwabanisa ke uma ubheka ke indlela ke ukuthi kungahlangani nalokhu wena ke okwethula phambi kwenkantolo.
Number two, the purpose of this information on 02, on Exhibit 02, on paragraph 4, on that little extract of a table there, the sole purpose was to fabricate, or is to fabricate a case, to trump up a false case against accused number 5, to make it appear as if accused number 5, and they're even very wrong here when they say after the incident, when their own information does not speak about after the incident, but nonetheless, it's a fabrication, a trumping up of a case against accused number 5 so that it appears as if accused number 5 did have a communication with the number ending 358, which number is said to be belonging to Kelly Kumalo. That's point number 2. Point number 3 is going to come. I'm done with point number 2. You don't have a comment?
No comment.
Thank you.
Okwesibili ke lana ke nanjengoba lana ke ku exhibit 02 kunale information ekhona ke ethi ummangalelo wesihlanu ke waxhumana ke lana nale number ewu358 number leyo ke abathi yekakhe inumber ekuyekakheli Khumalo ke nalapho ke ukuthi nje into nje ebabeyakha ke lokho ukuveza nokuthi bona ke basho ukuthi khona ke kwakukhona uxhumano kwakukhona kuyena ke number 5 kanye noKelly Khumalo nalapho ke uthi akukho engakusho.
Point number 3. This is also a villain endeavor by the state to fabricate or trump up a case against Kelly Khumalo herself that on these dates she had a conversation with accused number 5. As that number that ends with 202, it's a number that belongs to accused number 5. That's an open secret. You probably don't have a comment on that as well.
No comment.
Nakulunye ke futhi ke mhlambe ukuthi ke umbuso ke lapha ukuthi nje benza ke nje into engekho noma bazama ukuthi ke into engekho bayenza into ekhona ke ngokuthi ngalelo langa lelo ke uKelly Khumalo waba nokuxhumana ke naye ummangalelo wesihlanu ngoba ke siyazi ke manje akusona ke imfihlo ke ukuthi le number egcina ngayo u202 inumber yakhe ke ummangalelo wesihlanu uthi nalapho ke akukho ngabusho.
And finally, ma'am, that will be point number 4. You'll also not have a comment. We hold instructions that on the basis of this information, we need to approach our instructing attorneys with a view to go and lay a formal case of, a formal complaint against the compilers of this information on behalf of our accused. You also don't have a complaint. A comment.
Okugcina-ke futhi-ke esikutshelwa-ke bona-ke abamangaleli sibameleke ukuthi kuzofanele-ke manje siyona-ke ama-lawyer noma lokho kubizwa ngokuthi phecelezi-ke ama-instructing attorney-ke ukuthi-ke sihambe-ke manje siyomangala-ke simangalela bona-ke laba ekuyibona abahlanganisa wona lo mbiko ola ku-O2 nalapho-ke akukho engakusho.
The basis of
charges of fraud.
Excuse me, my lord.
I thought you were going to lay charges of fraud.
I'm coming there.
Now it's a complaint.
I'm coming there, my lord.
I see.
Yeah. That complaint will be premised on fraud, uttering and defeating the ends of justice, or an attempt to defeat the ends of justice. Because this information is misleading the court. Those will be the basis of that complaint. Thank you. You also don't have a comment.
Nokuthi-ke kuzobe kuyini-ke lawo macala-ke labo enenzabe niyobatheswa bona-ke ukukhwabanisa ukuphazamisana-ke kokusebenza komthetho kanye futhi-ke nokukhohlisa-ke nalapho akukho engakusho.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Finally, you might probably be receiving a call in due course to come and re-explain the situation again after the complaint. Thank you. I've got no further questions to you, but thank you for your assistance.
Thank you.
A very brave one. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, Mr. Mamala, any cross? Yeah, let's go up to 1:30. Okay, let's go up to 1:30.
I also wanted to put my house in order, madam.
Which house now?
The papers before me, there are lots of exhibits.
Who's ready? Miss Sholola, are you ready for cross-examine?
No,
He wants to put his house in order.
I also still need to prepare my papers properly.
Okay, we come back at 1:30.
Ngolwesine ukuthi ngaleli langa-ke lange-26 October 2014 ngathi-ke enaye ummangalelo wesithathu-ke ummangalelo wesithathu wayenza-ke ama-call futhi-ke ethola nama-call ekuyikona-ke lokhu nako-ke okushoyo-ke noma-ke okuvezayo-ke kubufakazi bakho ku-J1.
Let us move on, ma'am, to exhibit SC, small letter C in bracket of the record.
I do not have that exhibit either.
It is the contacts, the contacts data of the number or the handset, a Samsung GT E2220. Ma'am, you do have the exhibit of the cell phone data of the number ending 8169.
And that would be on triple G1.
Yes.
I have that.
Ma'am, do you confirm that at page 11, I'm now at exhibit triple G1. Is it correct, ma'am, that on the 26th of October 2014, the first activity there in this handset was on the 26th of October 2014 at 7 hours 12 minutes 58 seconds. There is a receive SMS, and the cell phone tower there is 2G Holt Street SGS1.
That that is correct.
Yebo, ngiyasho ngiyavuma ke ukuthi ngazo i-26 October 2014 07-12-58 kune SMS ke ayithola ke ithawa ke ekhomsayo ke u2G Holt Street SGS1. Sikhuluma ngayo le number egcina ngo8169.
Is it correct that the next activity is on the same day, the 26th of October 2014, at 7 hours 28 minutes 16 seconds, which is an outgoing call which lasted 82 minutes to the number ending 8570, and the tower there is 2G Moist Street SGS 1.
Yes, that is correct.
So Mr. Numa, is it 82 minutes or 82 seconds?
It's 7 hours 28 minutes 16 seconds.
You said the call lasted 82 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes, it lasted 82 seconds.
Seconds, okay.
Not minutes, seconds.
Okulandelayo ke futhi bese kuthi ngazo i26 October njalo 2014 u7:28 16 seconds i-colleague ephumayo leyo yathatha kama seconds awu 82 kwinumber ke egcina ngo8570.
The next activity is on the 26th of October 2014 at 9 hours 17 minutes 31 seconds, which is a call received which lasted about 13 seconds from the number ending 0681, and the cell phone tower there is 2G Moy Street SGS 1.
That is correct.
Bese kuthi ke ngazo i26 October 2014 njalo 1917-31. Incoming from MTC.
That's an incoming.
Okay, i-colleague awayithola ke leyo eyathatha ama seconds awu 13 kwinumber ewu0681 ithawa ke u2G Moy Street SGS 1.
The next activity is on the same date, the 26th of October 2014, at 9 hours 31 minutes 27 seconds, which is a call received which lasted, sorry, it's an outgoing call, which lasted for about 266 seconds from to the number ending 6676, and the tower there is Volvuta, sorry, it's 2G Volvuta SGS 3.
That is correct.
Bese kutolandelayo ke sekuyona ke le number egcina ngo8169 ngazo i26 October 2014 9:31 ama seconds awu 27 i-colleague leyo eyathatha ke ama seconds awu 266 where sorry
I would stand up at the stage and object and ask what is the relevance of this cross-examination. I mean, Mr. Amnis has already said that this, whatever is appearing on this document, they admit to it is correct. What happened with it in question? So I don't see where we're going with this line of questioning with the greatest respect, my lord.
Yes, Mr. Nomalo.
Unfortunately, the state is not in my mind and my head to follow the trajectory of my cross-examination. If I may be allowed, my lord, to...
May I allow you anything? You want to proceed, despite the fact that he says the defense. Are you saying the defense or a particular Mr. Mnisi?
On behalf of accused number 3, yes.
But he says he's not bound by that admission. Are you saying that in essence?
Yes.
That's it, you can go on.
Thank you.
bese lana ke ngazo i26 October 2014 9:31:27 ama seconds awu 266 buya kule number egcina ngo676 ithawa ke 2G vol SGS 3.
This tower, ma'am, the tower 2G Volvuta SGS 3, where is it located? What is its address?
I'm not sure if we have it on our map, but please just bear with me. I shall have a look. It is around Johannesburg, I would say CBD, because I'm just looking at the distance from Volhuter to Sauer Street, Wanderers, Holt Street. So it might be around that area.
Uma ngibheka nje ke ibanga ke uma uqhathanisa ke nayo iSauer Street, iWanderers kanye neHolt Street, ungasho ukuthi yona ke iVolhuter nayo ke ise emaphakathi ke nedolobha.
CBD.
Johannesburg CBD,
Yeah.
yes.
The court can interject and say it's in the vicinity of Ellis Park.
Thank you.
Athi ke mehluleli ke ilaphana ke maduze nase Ellis Park.
Ma'am, is it correct that the two activities on the 26th of October 2014 at 11 hours 27 minutes 45 seconds, which was call receive, which lasted for about 159 seconds, to the number ending 1666. The tower was 2G Moselege SGS 1. Do you see that activity?
Yes, that's correct.
Ngiyabona ke la kubhalwe khona ke ngazo ke i26 October 2014 isikhathi ke 11:27 ama seconds awu 45. I-call leyo ke yathatha ke ama seconds awu 159, inumber igcina ngo 1666. I-tower ke yalapho u2G Moselege SGS 1.
The last activity on that page was on the 26th of October 2014 at 11 hours 50 seconds 50 minutes 01 seconds. A call was received which lasted for about 147 seconds from the number ending 1395, and the tower was 2G Bonejo SGS 3.
That is correct.
Okugcina okwenzeka ke masibheka ke kule page nge26 October 2014 11:50 second elodwa i-call leyo ke ama seconds awu 147 ngenumber igcina ngo 1395, i-tower u2G Bonejo SGS 3.
Where are these towers located, ma'am? The two towers, the 2G Moselege SG1, SGS1 and 2G Bonejo SGS3. What is their location?
I'm not sure of the exact location. I'm just looking through my maps to see if we can pick up those towers there.
Anginaso ke isiqiniseko kodwa ngisabheka ke kwi-map ukuthi akuphi ke nendawo lama tower Moselege kanye nayo ke iBonejo.
Page 17.
17. Thank you, my lord. To me, it looks like in around Vosloorus area or surrounding area.
Mina ke kubukeka ngathi ke nje maduze ke nayo ke iVosloorus leyo noma ke kwindawo nje eyisondele khona lapho eVosloorus.
If we can jump in and assist the witness, Exhibit J7, capital A, on page 4. Yes.
Yes, there we have it. Bonejo is in Gatlehong and Moselege is also in Gatlehong.
iBonejo kanye zombili ke iBonejo kanye nayo ke iMoselege zitholakala eGatlehong.
So which is another name of Spruit?
No comment. I have no idea if that's a new name.
Elinye igama leSpruit akukho ke ngakusho, angazi noma ke igama elisha yini.
Is it correct, ma'am, when you were cross-examined by my colleague, Advocate Mnisi, you indicated that on the 26th of October 2014 at 1300 hours 41 minutes 20 seconds, There's an
Repeat the
outgoing
time,
call.
please.
13:41, 20 seconds.
Seconds, okay?
Yes, there is an outgoing call which lasted for about 17 seconds to the number ending 5095. And the cell phone tower, there was 2G Phosphorus SGS2.
Yes, that is correct.
Ingaba kuyiqiniso yini ngathi ke ubuza imibuzo uyena ke uadvocate Mnisi ushilo ukuthi ngazo i26 October 2014 isikhathi ke u13:41 nama seconds awu20 kune colleague yama second awu17 kunumber ke egcina ngaye u5095 itower ke kwakuyi 2G Phosphorus SGS2 yebo kuyiqiniso.
Is it correct that the last activity on the 26th of October 2014 at 1600 hours 28 minutes 56 seconds, there was an outgoing call which lasted for about 5 seconds to the number ending 6089, and that was the last activity which picked the signal in phosphorus 2G Phosphorus SGS2 from the time when the first activity or the call was made at 1300 hours 41 minutes 20 seconds.
That is correct, yes.
Ingabe kuyiqiniso yini ke ukuthi okugcina okwenzeka ngalelo langa lelo ke ngazo i26 October 2014 isikhathi u16:28 nama seconds awu56 kwakuyi colleague ethatha ama seconds awu5 kuyona ke number egcina ngo6089 khona ke ephosphorus ngoba yatshengisa ke ithi 2G Phosphorus SGS yebo kuyiqiniso.
Let us now, ma'am, go to the exhibit that I've referred to before I commence with this one, which is exhibit S, small letter C in brackets.
Copy, please.
Yes, it is going to be pinned. Thank you. At index 9 of exhibit SC, small letter C in bracket. Is it? That is at page 10 of exhibit SC. That is small letter C in bracket. Do you see that, ma'am?
Is this the one?
Yes, yes, that's the one. At index 9, in fact, ma'am, this is the contact list of the cell phone which belongs to accused number 3, which is a Samsung GT 2220. So, under index 9 of the contact list of that phone, there is a name saved as Mfoka Khumalo with the number. That's 227-399-5787. Do you see that, ma'am?
Yes, that's under index 9.
Yes.
Yebo ngiyabona ke la egcineni ke lapha ke page ke lapha lokho ke index 9 ubhaliwe ke Mfoka Khumalo nanti ke number ibhaliwe 2772399787.
And the storage, that is where this number was stored, was under SIM. If you go to page 11 of exhibit S, small letter C in bracket, do you see that at the top there, at the top of the page? That is the storage. Yes. Is it correct, ma'am? I'm now, ma'am, at exhibit G1. Yes, vis-a-vis the information that I've related to you. Is it correct, ma'am, that on the 26th of October 2014, at 1300 hours, 49 minutes, 49 seconds, there was an outgoing call which lasted for about 47 seconds, to the number ending 5787, which number was saved in the contact list of accused number 3's number as Mfoka Khumalo.
Yes, the number does appear here at 13:49:49 seconds.
Ingabe kuyiqiniso yini ukuthi ngazo i-26 ka-October 2014 isikhathi u-13:49:49 kune colleague eyathatha-ke ama-seconds awu-47 kuyona-ke leya number ewu-57 egcina ngo-5787 laphayana-ke esayiviwe nanjengomfoka Khumalo uthi yebo-ke le number-ke iyavela lana.
On the 26th, okay, before that, under Index 2 of Exhibit S, small letter C in bracket, Index 2, is it correct that under that index, which is Index 2, there is a name Mfoka Ndawonde, and the telephone number there is 083-332-4220, and storage is SIM. Do you confirm that?
I guess that is correct.
Yes.
Ngiyabona-ke lapha ku-index 2 kubhaliwe Mfoka Ndawonde number-ke u-083-332-4220.
When you go back to Exhibit G1, is it correct, ma'am, that that number appears on the 26th of October 2014 at 1300 hours 51 minutes 19 seconds as an outgoing call which lasted about 12 seconds to that number ending 4220, which accused number 3 had saved in his contact list as a number belonging to Mfoka Ndawonde?
Correct.
Ngabe kuyiqiniso yini ukuthi ngazo i-26 October 2014 isikhathi u-13:51 nama-seconds awu-19 kune-call ephumayo-ke eyathatha-ke ama-seconds awu-12 kuyona leya number egcina ngo-4220 laphaya eseyivwe nanjengomfoka Ndawonde? Yebo kuyiqiniso.
Is it also correct, ma'am, that that number is also in the activity of the 26th of October at 1300 hours 51 seconds, 51 minutes 51 seconds, as the call received, which lasted for about 90 seconds to that number ending 4220, which the accused, that is accused number 3, had saved as belonging to Mfoka Ndawonde? Do you confirm that?
Yes.
Ngiyasho-ke futhi-ke ukuthi yebo lana-ke ngokwalana kuyena-ke u-G1 ngazo i-26 October 2014 13:51:51 ne-colleague ama-seconds awu-90 kuyona leya number ewu-4220 esaviwe nanjengomfoka Ndawonde.
Is it also correct, ma'am, that that number, there was also an activity with that number on the 26th of October 2014 at 1400 hours 31 minutes 59 seconds, which was an outgoing call which lasted for about 30 seconds?
So when you say that number, you're referring to 4220?
Yes.
That is correct.
Nokuthi-ke futhi-ke ngazo i-26 October 2014 ngo-14:31 ama-seconds awu-59 i-colleague ephumayo yesikhathi-ke sama-seconds awu-30 kuyona leya number ewu-4220. Yebo kuyiqiniso.
There is also an activity to that number on the same date, the 26th of October 2014 at 1400 hours 35 minutes 50 seconds, which is the received call from that number ending 4220, and it lasted for about 35 seconds, as well as on the same date, the 26th of October, at 1400 hours 39 minutes 43 seconds, there was an outgoing call which lasted for about 22 seconds to the number ending 4220 4220, which the accused, that is accused number 3, had saved in his contact list as belonging to Mfokandawonde.
Correct.
Yebo kuyiqiniswa ukuthi ngazo i26 October 2014 ngo 14:35:50 kune colleague eyangena ke ibuya kuyona leya number u4220 kanye ke ngazo i26 lezo October 2014 ngo 14:39:43 ne colleague ephuma iya kuyona le number e4220 ayisavileke ummangalo wesithathu nanjengomfokandawonde.
Is it also correct, ma'am, that on the same date, the 26th of October 2014 at 1500 hours 19 minutes 32 seconds, there is also an outgoing call which lasted for about 65 seconds to the number ending 5787, which the accused, that is accused number 3, Mr. Mncube, had saved as the number belonging to Mfoka Khumalo. Do you confirm that?
Yes, the number does appear here.
Uyaqinisekisa ke futhi nokuthi ke ngazo i26 October 2014 isikhathi u15:19 nama seconds awu32 kune colleague eyaphuma ke ama seconds awu65 ekwinumber ewu5787 esaviwe ke kuma contacts akhe ke ummangalo wesithathu nanjengomfoka Khumalo. Yebo inumber iyavela la.
On the 26th of October 2014 at 1700 hours 34 minutes 48 seconds, there is an outgoing call which lasted for about 11 seconds to the number ending 4220, which the accused, that is accused number 3, had saved as Mfokandawonde. Do you confirm that?
Correct, yes.
Yebo kuyiqiniso ngazo i26 October 2014 isikhathi u17:34 nama seconds awu48 icolleague ephumayo leyo yama seconds awu11 kuyona inumber ewu4220 le number leyo ayisavileke ummangalo wesithathu nanjengomfokandawonde.
The activity underneath that one, it was on the 26th of October 2014 at 1700 hours 34 minutes 59 seconds. There's also an outgoing call which lasted for about 19 seconds to the number ending 4220, which accused number 3, Mr. Mncube, had saved as the number belonging to Mfokandawonde. Do you confirm that?
Yes.
Nangaso futhi 26 October 2014 isikhathi u17:34 nama seconds awu59 enye futhi call ephumayo yama seconds awu19 kule number ewu4220 uMnumzana Mncube ayisave nanjengomfokandawonde. Yebo.
Let us go to Index 202 of Exhibit S, small letter C in bracket. Index 202, Index 202 of Exhibit S, small letter C in bracket. Index 202 should be towards the end of that exhibit. It's at page 30. Yes, thank you. Do you confirm that, ma'am, that in that index, which is index 202, there is a name there, patient Cabo V, and the number is 2776806676, and the storage is under SIM. You confirm that?
Yebo, lapha-ke ngaphansi ko-index 202 negama patients Cabo V number 2776806676.
Is it correct, ma'am? Now, when we go back to exhibit G1, that on the 26th of October, at 1900 hours, 23 minutes, 22 seconds, there is an outgoing call which lasted for about 146 seconds to the number ending 6676, and the tower was 2G Holt Street, SGS 1.
Yes, that is correct.
Uyavuma yini-ke ukuthi ngazo i-26 zika-October 2014 u-1923 22 seconds ne-call ephumayo-ke yama-seconds awu-146 kuyona-ke le number egcina ngo-6676 i-tower-ke u-2G Holt Street, yebo kuyiqiniso?
Is it correct, ma'am, that that number ending 6676 is saved under index 202 as patients Cabo V? Do you confirm that?
Correct.
Yebo kuyiqiniso-ke ukuthi leya number ile eseyiviwe-ke laphaya nanjengo-patients Cabo V.
Let us go to index number 57 of exhibit S small letter C in bracket. At page 15 of exhibit S small letter C in bracket. At page 15. Is it correct, ma'am, that in that index, index 57, there is a name there, printer, and the telephone number is 278469400603?
Correct.
When we go back to exhibit triple, number was stored under the SIM card.
Yes.
When you go back to exhibit G1 of the record, there is an activity with that number. On the 26th of October 2014 at 1900 hours, 34 minutes 59 seconds, there is a call which was received from the number ending 603, and that call lasted for about 38 seconds.
Correct.
And the tower was 2G Moy Street, SGS 1.
Yes.
Yebo kuyiqiniso ukuthi ngazo i-26 October 2014 1934-59 ne-colleague eyabuya-ke kuyona le number egcina ngo-0603 yama-seconds awu-38 itower-ke 2G Moy Street SGS 1.
And lastly, ma'am, let us go to index number 39 at page 14. That is the page before 15, the page that we have dealt with. Index number 39. Is it correct, ma'am, that under that index, that is index 39, there is a name Msindozulu and the number 071-117-5387, and this number was stored in the accused, that is accused number 3 SIM card?
Correct.
Yebo kuyiqiniso ukuthi ngaphansi kwakheke u-index 39 unegama umsindo Zulu 071353887.
When you revert back to index G1, is it correct that on the 26th of October, on 2 occasions, on the 26th of October at 2000 hours, 16 minutes, 19 seconds, sorry, at 2000 hours, 08 minutes, 47 seconds, there is an outgoing call which lasted for about 58 seconds to the number ending 5387, and the tower was 2G Holt Street SGS 2. That number is the number that the accused, that is accused number 3, Mr. Mncube, had saved as the number belonging to Msindo Zulu.
Correct.
Kuyiqiniso ukuthi ngazo i-26 October 2014 isikhathi u-20:08:47 kune-colleague ephumayo yama-seconds awu-58 kule number ewu-5387 uMr. Mncube ayisave nanjengomsindo Zulu. Itower u-2G Holt Street SGS 2.
The last activity with that number was on the 26th of October 2014 at 2000 hours, 16 minutes, 19 seconds, which was a call received which lasted for about 165 seconds from the number ending 5787, and the tower was 2G Holt Street SGS 2. Do you confirm that?
That is correct, yes.
Kuyiqiniso ngazo i-26 October 2014 isikhathi u-2016 ama-seconds awu-19 i-colleague engenayo yama-seconds awu-165 buya kule number egcina ngo-5387 tower 2G Holt Street SGS 2.
In this regard, my instructions from accused number 4 is that on the 26th of October, he was in the company of accused number 3, and when accused number 3 was making or receiving calls, the handset was in the possession of accused number 3. Do you have any comment?
No comment.
Kwengikutshelwa yenalo ngongolwesine ukuthi ngalelo langa leli-ke wayenayeke umangalelwa wesithathu futhi-ke ethola noma enza-ke lama-calls-ke ukuthi-ke umakhalekhukhwini lo wawukuyena-ke unumber 3 akukho engakusho.
It is only...
My apologies, Mr. Not an objection per se. I just want to seek clarity from the defense that does the confirmation by accused number 4 also includes these 2 calls that just been placed on record after 2000 on the 26th of October 2014?
I'm coming to that right now.
Oh, it's coming.
I'm going to clarify that. Thank you. It is only when the photos were taken, ma'am, as my colleague, Advocate Mnisi, went through the photos that were taken. It is only when the photos were taken that the phone, that is the handset, will not be in the possession of accused number 3 when those photos or pictures were taken, because the person who was taking the photos was Mapungu Ntuli.
No comment.
Nanjengoba ebeshilo-ke u-advocate Mnisi-ke ukuthi bekuba ngeyinkathi kuphela-ke uma ngabe ukuthi-ke kuthotyelwa iy'thombe la khona-ke umakhalekhukhwini ukuba komunye umuntu futhi-ke umuntu-ke kwakuyena kwayethula iy'thombe kwakuwuMapungu Ntuli akukho engakusho.
I have another exhibit, ma'am, for the purpose of my questioning to you in this regard, which is Exhibit EE. Exhibit EE is the bank records of accused contain in part the bank records of accused number 4, my client.
Am I going to get a copy of that?
No, there is no need. There is no need, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
On the 24th, sorry, at page 24 of Exhibit EEE, there are 2 transactions. On the 26th of October 2014, there's a transaction at Ultra Liquors Malvern with card ending 7162. And the purchase there was for an amount of 158 rands 40 cents. Do you understand that now?
I understand your statement.
Yes. There is another transaction which appears on the bank records of accused number 4, which is an SMS notification fee. It's 1 notification. It is minus 0.40 cents. For the sake of completeness, ma'am, I think it is prudent that I put the instruction, that is the instructions of accused number 4, Mr. Mapisa, my client. As I've highlighted or informed you about the accused that he knows and those that he did not know before the 26th of October 2014. But he instructs me that on the morning of 26 October 2014, on the morning of 26 October 2014, accused number 3 arrived. He was traveling in a Kumbi, a white minibus Kumbi, which belonged to Zenzele Mkhunu. Which belonged to Zenzele Mkhunu. Zenzele Mkhunu was the driver of this minibus Kumbi. Okay, Mr. Jonas, I think you can interpret this point so that they can understand where I am. Okay. All right. Zenzele Mkhunu was the driver of this vehicle, which is a white minibus Kumbi. Do you understand, ma'am?
Yes.
Right. At the time when accused number 3 arrived in this vehicle, at that time he was renting a room in the house at the corner of Julius and Sinclair Street in Johannesburg. and Sintle at the corner of Julius and Sintle Street in Johannesburg.
Akushoyo ke ngithi angisho ke ukuthi ke ummangalo lwesine engimele uthini ke noma angitshela kona ukuthi ke ekseni ngazo i26 kaOctober 2014 ummangalo lwesithathu wafika ke ehamba ngekhumbi ke emhlophe yakhe uZenzele Mchunu okwakuyena ke wayomshayeli uZenzele Mchunu sorry ngathi efika ke ummangalo wesithathu khona lapho wayeqasha ke noma ke erenta ke kwikhona yeJulius kanye neSintle Street eJohannesburg.
The occupants of this minibus Kumbi, when it arrived at his place of residence, it was accused number 3, Mr. Ngcobe, Mabhungu Ntuli, Celimpilo Ndawonde, Celimpilo Ndawonde, Sphiva Ntuli, Ntuli, Linda Dlamini, and Sikayo Jian. And Sikayo Jian. Yes, Sikayo Jian.
Abantu ababephakathi ke kule moto ke ayehamba ngayo ke noma ayegibele kuyona ke ummangalo wesithathu ke eyayishayelwa uyena uZenzele Mchunu kwakuyena ummangalo wesithathu uMabhungu Ntuli uCelimpilo Ndawonde Sphiva Ntuli Linda Dlamini kanye naye ke uSigayo Jian.
What he recalls is that it was in the morning. He cannot recall the time when the said persons arrived in that minibus Kumbi.
Akhumbulayo ke ukuthi nje kwakusekuseni ke akasikhumbuli isikhathi ngathi ke befika lapho abashiwo ke ababegibele kuyona ke le moto.
He further instructs me that he's being assisted by the banking records, in that after these persons had arrived, they then proceeded to Ultra City Liquors in Malvern, where he bought liquor in the amount of 158 rands 40 cents.
$158
rands 40 cents.
Uthi ke ulokho ke noma ke okunye futhi ke fakazelayo ke ukuthi ke emuva sebefikile ke noma ke ama records asebhange iwona ke akushoyo ke lokho noma ke ahambisana nalokho ukuthi ke basebeya ke eUltra City Liquors eseMalvern la athenga khona ke nga 158.40 cents.
He further instructs me that Julius and Sintle Street are in Malvern, so this Ultra City Liquors is in the vicinity of Malvern, in Johannesburg.
Julius kanye ke ne Sintle ziseMalvern kanye nayo ke uUltra City lona ke useMalvern.
Sorry, just for clarification, me as a Joburger, is it Malvern or Melville? Because the street is named after...
Can I spell this? M-A?
Yeah, fine.
So
Malvern.
So it's Malvern.
Yeah, it's named after a prominent advocate, Jules Browdy.
Is he still alive?
He died, unfortunately.
I'm sorry, mate. Sorry.
Like George Bezos, they were buddies.
I'm sorry.
Another street around there also is named after George Bezos.
I'm very sorry. May his soul rest in peace. I'm very sorry.
Just a bit of history. They were Mandela's colleagues.
Yes.
At the University of the Witwatersrand.
Yes.
And they also defended him in the treason trial,
Yes.
together with Charles Casson.
Yes. May his soul rest in peace. It's Malvern. It's Malvern and not Malvern.
I remember that because I had a principal who used to be particular about pronunciation.
Yes, no, I never intended that, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Monven, yeah, so this Julius and Sintle, it's in Monven, in the vicinity of Ultra Decos.
In the vicinity of
Monven.
oh, good.
Yeah. So let us come back, ma'am. Then, from there, then this vehicle traveled to Katlehong in Spruit at Mazibuko Hostel. Mazibuko Hostel.
Okay. Mase kusuka lapho ke yase iyahamba ke la moto iya Spruit kwi hostel ebizwa ngokuthi ke iMazibuko.
Do you confirm that? Okay, before that, Exhibit S
SC, small c.
no, my God, it's an exhibit with pictures. Exhibit S. He says that at page 9 of Exhibit S, it's an exhibit with pictures, right? My colleague, Advocate Missy, also referred to this exhibit. He confirmed that when that photo was taken, he was with accused number 3, and it was taken on the 26th of October 2014 at 11 hours 52 minutes. And they were at Spruit at Mazibuko Hostel when that photo was taken by Mapungu Ntuli.
Lesithombe ke asathengiswa ke lana isithombe ke esathothulwa uyena ke uMapungu Ntuli kwakuse Spruit ke enaye ummangalelwa wesithathu isikhathi sichaziweke noma sishiwa sizosibona ke uma sesibeziwe.
At page 9. Yes. He also wished to confirm the assertion which was put to you by Advocate Mnisi for accused number 3, and he instructs me that when that photo was taken, it was on the 26th of October 2014 at 11 hours 52 seconds, and they were at Mazibuko Hostel in the company of accused number 3 when that photo was taken. The person who was taking that photo was Mapungu Ntuli. It's at 11:52 minutes.
Uthi ke babekhona ke eMazibuko Hostel kwakuyena uMapungu Ntuli umuntu wathebula ke isithombe lesiyana isikhathi ke kwakunga 11:52 ekanye naye ke ummangalelwa wesithathu.
And Mazibuko Hostel, he instructs me that it is in the vicinity of Spruit or Katlehong.
Nokuthi ke iMazibuko Hostel iseSpruit noma ke eKatlehong.
We have confirmed that, ma'am, that in Exhibit G1, there were 2 activities on the 26th of October 2014 at 11:27 minutes 45 seconds and at 11 hours 50 minutes 01 seconds, which were 2 outgoing calls, and the towers which picked up when these calls were made were the 2G Moseleke SGS1 and 2G Bonejo SGS3, and these towers are located at Spruit or Katlehong.
Correct.
Yebo ke la ekugcineni ke kunala 11:27:45 11:50:01 Moseleke kanye nayo ke ePunejo futhi ke lawo mathawa lawo ase Spruit View noma eKatlehong yebo kuyiqiniso.
From there, ma'am, he instructs me that even though he cannot recall the time, but the vehicle traveled from there to Lesedi location. They were going there to visit one of their friends, Ngamuza Kumete, who was residing at Lesedi location at that time.
Base behamba ke noma beqhubeka ke beya ke eLesedi la babeyobona khona ke umngani wabo ekumncamuza Kumete.
Photos were taken in the vicinity of Lesedi location as they are depicted at page 47, 48, of Exhibit S. It further confirms the assertion by my colleague, Advocate Minister for clause number 3, that on the 26th of October 2014 at 1500 hours 30 minutes 31 seconds, a photo was taken, and that photo is depicted on page 47 of Exhibit S. And the owner of the vehicle, which is depicted there, is a red VW Polo Playa, and that Polo vehicle belonged to Ngamuza Kumete.
Nokuthi ke nathi bakulesa sithomba ke u47 ke bakuselisedi khona lapho futhi ke isithombe lesiyana masithula ke sorry iPolo yana ke ekuyipolo ebomvu iPolo yakhe uNgamuza Kumete.
And the person who is wearing a cap standing on the other side of the vehicle, he instructs me that it is himself, that is accused number 4.
Uyasho ukuthi umuntu ume ngale emfake ogqoke ikepusi uyena ke umangalelwa wesine.
Instructs me that they spent some time there, which could be about 2 hours 47 minutes around there. He based this from the calculation of the activity of accused number 3's cell phone, that is from the time when they arrive in Phosphorus, the tower is Phosphorus, and the time when they depart Phosphorus.
Uthi ke lapha bathetha ke amahora amabili kanye nemizuzu ke 47 lokho ke ukuthatha ke kona ke umakhalekhukhwini yakhe ke umangalo wesithathu ngathi ke befika lapho ePhosphorus. They arrive in Phosphorus.
From the time when they arrive and the time when they depart.
Okay. isikhathi abafika ngaso nesikhathi abahamba ngaso.
Yeah, but what was the tower?
The towers that was picked on the 26th of October, 1300 hours 41 minutes 20 seconds, was 2G phosphorus SGS 2.
Itawa ke noma ke eyaqosha ke umakhalekhukhwini lawo okay 2G phosphorus SGS 2.
And the last activity on accused number 3's phone was on the 26th of October 2014 at 1600 hours 28 minutes 56 seconds, and the tower there was 2G phosphorus SGS 2. It further instructs me that the vehicle then left the vicinity of Lesedi and it took the direction to George Koch Hostel.
Ke yase ihamba ke imoto isisuka ke manje elisedi iya ngase George Koch
in Johannesburg.
eGoli.
On the 26th of October 2014, around 1700 hours, 28 minutes 39 seconds. It was the first time that he had met accused number 5, Mr. Nduli, at George Koch Hostel in Johannesburg on that day.
Base kuthi ke ngalelo langa lelo isikhathi ke kwaku 1700
Around that time.
28 nama seconds awu 39 ehlangana ke manje ngalelo langa lelo okoqala naye ke uNtuli khona eGeorge Koch.
It was the first time that he had met Mr. Nduli on the 26th of October 2014 at George Koch Hostel in Johannesburg. At page 17 of Exhibit S, he confirms that photo, a photo depicting accused number 3, Mr. Mngube, and accused number 5, Mr. Nduli, was a photo which was taken on the 26th of October 2014 at 1700 hours 28